I mean, you subscribe to OnlyFans, so I don't know what.
Yeah, because Rachel has a fat ass. Continue.
That's getting clipped.
No one clipped that. No one clipped that. You have 12 black people in Latvia. If you're an orphan, you're starving. If stuff was done to you, okay, I'll play any for all. Everybody out there. I don't approve of Abdullahi said that people should be hanged. I think that's a bit too far. But Obama black bat. Killing on Papa.
Drop another thing. That's a break. That's a break.
One second.
So it's again, the actual draw happened, and so it's actually United versus Coventry. It's Chelsea versus Man City.
Why did you do that to Mardias?
Will it ever stop? Will it ever stop? Cole, will it ever stop? No. Cole, it's a simple question. Will it ever stop? Yes or no? Will it ever stop?
Oh, the way we won? Is that what? I mean, it's just football.
Okay. Obviously, he's not. So, guys, we're going to talk about Bayern, and obviously, Cole is going to take the lead as our unofficial, unverified German Ghanaian person representing Germany, and so forth. Cole, I don't know why you're laughing there. That's what you are. So, we're going to obviously talk about Bayern. We're going to talk about Kane. Kane, the discussion, and we're also going to obviously celebrate Leroy Sané finally actually leaving Bayern because the other guy is completely trash. And we're going to talk about Inter Miami because right now I'm in the middle of like a back and forth Twitter war with people. Because for some strange reason, people still think Messi v Ronaldo is still a thing. And they feel that the 4-0L is now a W for Cristiano. But we'll get there. We'll talk about PSG, how good PSG looked. But we're also going to talk about, as I said again, will it ever end? Are we going to forever be involved in this madness of Messi Ronaldo for all time, even when they're old and they have kids? So we're going to talk with the Inter Miami PSG, also PSG looking very good, and everything, and a general thing of the Club World Cup. So guys, like that video, subscribe if you're new, and guys, if there's anything you wish to add to the show, guys, feel free to send in a Dubinsky. Remember, guys, your Dubinskis and your super chats help to keep this channel alive, awake, and it contributes towards world peace. Remember, the key thing is that it contributes towards world peace, man. Okay, we don't do any of that OFN here, bro. So, remember, guys, like the video. Remember, my mods, Adaj, freaking Canadian Fries, Hamza, give me those likes, man. Give me those likes, guys. Call, is the mic will get the call?
Yeah.
It's working.
Yes.
Okay, Cole, I'm going to ask you a very simple question, Cole. It's a very simple question, Cole, and I just want you to answer this honestly. Do you believe Bayern Munich can win this Club World Cup? Answer truthfully.
Me personally, I don't think we can. Because I just feel that I look at the way our club is right now. I compare it to the likes of Real Madrid. I even compare it to the likes of Manchester.
Hold on. Real Madrid. In what sense? Can you please?
Like in terms of depth wise, like look at our depth and look at their depth. You understand? And then look at also Man City's depth. Man City, I feel they have a really good chance of winning it because, like, if you just look at them, they seem to have this
high.
Core,
you need to stay on topic. Why do you feel Bayern Munich, your beloved club, cannot win this Club World Cup, even though they have apparently the greatest striker in the world in your boy Harry Kane?
Oh yeah, because Company is not a good tactical flexibility manager. He's not good in terms of like substitutions in game when in game management under pressure situations come up when you're down by 2-0 and so forth. When it calls to make big calls, he's not good at that. Company for me, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like he's a yes man because the reason why I'm saying that is
Yes,
someone
man.
like Gnabry today. Gnabry, that guy was poor. Like he's been poor for the past 2-3 games. How is he still playing games? I don't know how. You get what I'm trying to say? So
Okay.
I just feel like, and then also another thing that I still don't understand is that we went to go get Goretzka's replacement in Tom Bischoff. This guy has been sitting on the bench for the past 3 or 4 games now. Hasn't even gotten even a sniff on that box to box role, and he was literally one of the best midfielders in the Bundesliga last season. But another thing too is we are so wasteful in front of goal. Sane is the exact definition of that. Gnabry keeps getting dispossessed. Musiala, he's coming back from his calf injury, so he doesn't like. Okay, yes, he's back, but it's just that like I don't see. I feel like he needs a rhythm in order to really get back to how he used to really play. You understand? And then you also look at someone like Olise, who I am really looking at a player like Olise, Kane.
Core, you realize that Leroy Sané is headed out to Galatasaray, so he was just there for pure vibes.
That's what I'm saying. So why my question to Company is why do we
Play
have
him.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Because
fair. That's
he's
fair.
he's already a gone player. He's no more a Bayern player. Why is he getting more minutes than players like Musiala or even Tom Bishop who's on the bench? What is it that is going on? Also another thing, HH, is I have to say this, HH. Our fullbacks are horrendous. They're just so horrendous. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like there is no attacking output. Conrad Limer's attacking output, I know today he was good and so forth, but they're not good in terms of the crossing.
So you're saying that
Mhm.
these players are talented enough to win the Club World Cup, but is the manager holding them back, or you're saying that they're not talented enough to win it? Which is it? Is it that it's the personnel, it's the manager, or it's both?
Is the manager? It's
Okay.
both.
Okay.
It's both. Yes. The reason why I'll say it's both is because the players have to take responsibility. And another thing too is
Kane dropped a 2-piece, so
no. I'm talking about people like Gnabry, Coleman, and these guys and Goretzka. They want to stay in the club, but we're trying to ship them out. You understand what I'm trying to say? So they have to take responsibility. And then for Company, this is my thing too, is that against PSG, are you going to sit back? You can't play high defensive line against PSG. You're going to lose.
Is it PSG in the quarters?
Yes, we're gonna lose if we play like how we played against Flamengo.
I think it's
like
it's GG's, bro.
It's GG's. Desiree Due and Usman Dembele and Barcola, they're gonna be running rampant all over us. Like I'm still shocked that one thing.
Okay, but cool. Yeah, PSG win, but let's be fair, Bayern are not Inter, Vice City, Tommy Vercetti, FC, bro.
Oh, I understand, but like last season when it came, the biggest game of our season was against Leverkusen away. This guy sat back. This guy didn't play high defensive line.
But Core, it didn't matter. We won the league, so like that result doesn't matter. Like, to be honest, if you want to look at it, it's a Champions League. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
But I Bupenda, and I agree with what you're saying. Another thing that I want to say is that please, we need to get a winger. This Nico Williams thing, I don't know. I was really happy when we're going for some.
He's already gone to Barca, so that's
I'm really sad that we haven't gotten a new impetus of winger yet, because we need someone. Like, it's so obvious. There's with Coman, he can't shoot. With Sane, he misses his chances. He can dribble, but he misses his chances. With Gnabry,
So hold on, before I go to Bopenda and everyone else. So in short,
Mm.
you can't win this Club World Cup because you're being a Judas and not supporting a fellow African Congolese.
No, it's not that. We need this World Cup, but the thing is, are we going to do the necessary changes in this World Cup? Because there's certain players who should be playing ahead of certain players. For example, Kimmich should be a right back. Why is he still a midfielder? Like, I just don't get it. Like, it's not working out. And today, he almost got dispossessed in the middle. Flamengo was going on the transition. They were gonna score. Another thing too is that we need better fullbacks who can create space for the wingers, who can communicate with the wingers, make overlapping runs.
So okay, so Painter, talk to me. So do you agree with Cole in saying that this team, the personnel and the talent and the manager are not good enough to now say what's up to win this Club World Cup, and it's going to be GGs, and they're going to be penetrated and destroyed by PSG in the next round? Or are you more hopeful?
I mean, when it comes to PSG, I do think they are better. But like, if you look at all the other teams in the competition, of course we have the talent and have the players to win it. It's not like, oh, we are, you know, we are Borussia Dortmund or any of those other European teams who, like Benfica, who are just, are there to get the paycheck. We are there to advance really far and maybe actually win it. But the way we perform for the, maybe especially the Benfica game and also today, I don't think we are going to win it. And PSG are just in a current state, they are too
So
good.
what is it today that you sort of said, nah, PSG are gonna deliver you into
I
another round?
I I don't get why we still try to work out Kimmich and Goretzka in the midfield pivot. I don't get it.
I
Like,
agree.
we have seen it for the last 4 to 5 years. It doesn't work. Even in that COVID season, we had Thiago Alcantara being part of the midfield, and
And also remember, in that COVID season, it was Jim Retzka. The guy looked like a freaking bodybuilder.
yes,
So
yes, yeah.
that's and also, as we'll see, I don't know in Germany. What is the perception of Joshua Kimmich? A right back or a midfielder?
A midfielder. He just needs a partner, just like Tony Kroos. Tony Kroos on his own in a midfield. Like, he couldn't play single pivot. He needed someone like Casemiro to bully guys around him. He needed someone like Modric to make those runs into the attacking phase and connect with the attack. And I think I see it similar with Joshua Kimmich. Of course, he can play right back, but AJ, we also saw the Madrid game 2 seasons ago where Vinny was absolutely terrorizing him because he doesn't have the pace. AJ, he is, if you look at him physically, he's more of a midfielder than a right back because you need speed on the wing. And yeah, so I would prefer him in midfield. Maybe link him up with someone like Pavlovic, or give Palinia actually a chance. And I don't get it why company isn't giving him any chance at all. I know he has a lack of playing, like,
The thing about Paulinia is not good with his passing. He's not
yeah,
good with
yeah.
the midfield control. That is a
But
problem
but
with Paulinia.
but Core, if we would have started him, in against Inter, I'm not saying we are going through, but I just have a better feeling of that midfield, that it's not going to get overrun. We have more stability in the midfield with someone like
I
Palhinha,
agree. Yeah,
because Kimmich likes to get forward, to create
yeah,
chances for his teammates. And
yeah.
if Goretzka also goes forward, there's a whole lot of space in front of the back line, and we can't, like, We've seen it for the last 4 years in the Champions League. It always costs us. So yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
wait, I have a question, Bhupinder. So my
Yeah.
question to you is this Neuer guy, right? Let's really call a spade a
Okay,
spade.
okay. You know what? Nah. You're not gonna
Huh?
say this
Who?
Neuer guy. Hold up. Wait, hold
It's
up. Wait.
not-
I'm
You're
saying
not
this,
gonna.
right?
You're not. No, Cole. You're not gonna refer to arguably one of the greatest keepers of all time as that's Neuer guy. Are you sick?
Look,
That's
Yeah.
Neuer
I
guy.
respect him. I
You,
respect him. I respect him. But today he was awful.
You
Let's be
refer
honest.
to goat now though. What do you refer to goat now though?
No. Let me tell you. Let me
this
tell you why.
Portuguese
Okay,
guy.
we need to replace him. We really need to. If we don't replace him, we
To be
risk
honest, Corey, I
jeopardizing our
agree.
team.
Corey, I agree.
Cole, you really called him that's Neuer guy.
Yeah, he's trash. He keeps shipping
Like-
goals easily. Every time the team has
Cole, you can
transition.
call him old and everything, Cole, but there should be a certain level of decorum and respect that you refer to your club legend.
HH, do you know how much money Manuel Neuer earns?
Oh, how much?
He earns almost 20 million euros before tax. Like
Legacy
let's-
tax. Legacy tax.
and
Yeah,
HH,
no, come on.
HH,
Come on, man. Look. That's
No,
legacy
it's
tax.
legacy,
That's where
it's
respect.
legacy tax. HH, no, that's okay, HH. But we didn't
I want some
offer
legacy tax.
HH. We didn't offer Thomas Müller, who, let's be real, is a bigger club legend than Manuel Neuer. I'm sorry.
Nah,
He just
nah,
is.
Yeah, it's true.
He is.
No,
He
it
is.
is true.
He is.
This
He is.
He is.
now
This.
this
He
Let's
is.
be
gets
honest.
He is.
Let's be honest.
This gets
Club
interesting.
legend.
Hold
Let's
on.
be honest.
No.
Let's be honest. Come on. I know you guys are saying, but it's true. It's true.
But we didn't
Listen.
offer him a contract, and
No,
he
you
would
know
have
what?
accepted.
Hold
And
up.
Because
then
Neuer
I'm
he
came
would-
from Schalke.
hold up. I'm actually going to put this to a poll. So,
No, I can
Thomas
just hear. I can
Müller-
hear. I can hear. I see why. It's actually really not that crazy because Muller has been in the academy for like a while. Neuer came
Yeah.
from Schalke.
Yeah.
But to
Yeah.
be fair, who's a greater player for Bayern Munich?
no. But
For me, I think it's Muller.
no.
I'll be honest.
Okay,
But you have to
okay,
understand
okay.
that's what legend. It's not just about how much of a better play. You know how we call about how Cristiano can't be one of the great United legends, even though he's literally one of the best players ever. Because to be a club legend is about what you mean to that club. It's your talents plus what you mean. Because remember, of course, Neuer is way the superior player, 100%. So Neuer might be the
Yeah.
greatest player in his position, but for what Muller was and how he started with, way back in 2010 on and everything, and what he has contributed to this team and the longevity that he's had and just how important he is to the team and his leadership qualities as well and the kind of respect that he pretty much exudes for that thing. Neuer is the better player, but I think Thomas Muller is the greater Bayern legend. I think that's fair.
and Ricardo, you have to be honest. Neuer has been quite injured a lot. Like for the last 2 to 3 years, he has been always on the bench. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
He
sure,
hasn't-
but like, I mean, have you guys been successful without Neuer though?
Nah, not really. But I wouldn't
There we
say.
go.
But it isn't down to the goalkeeping position.
No,
but
for
I'm
sure,
just
but
saying.
still.
But I'm just saying, if we are still keeping Neuer, we can also still keep Miller around because he is just a
I
good
agree.
vibe for this guy. But yeah,
I agree.
when it comes to the
But I think that is fair though. If you're getting rid of Muller, you should get rid of Neuer as well. Because again, Cole, you just need to speak with some respect. But bro, Neuer, he's finished. He's cooked. And I thought that skiing accident did not help. First of all, you're already getting old, and that skiing accident just pretty much just accelerated the whole decline of him, which is fine. That's fine. But if you're gonna get rid of Muller, why are you gonna keep Neuer?
Yeah. That's what I don't get. That's exactly what I don't. I think with the Muller one, I think it's more so of they were just tired of because one thing with Muller is he gave good performances at times, but he didn't have that explosiveness that he used to have before. You understand? Like with which in his prime he had. And I think that is why they are letting Muller go because of knowing that he, yes, is a legend, but they can't afford to have him and Musiala. Musiala wants to play attacking mid. He also was trying to also fight to play. So it's kind of like they're all at war for one position. You understand? It's really, really.
So okay, so actually,
uh,
hold on. But before I come to Ricardo and everyone else on the panel, so Bupina, within like the Bayern hierarchy and people
yeah.
is so is it a case that Neuer is more respected than Mola, or is it both the same, or are one of them seen in a more higher estimation within the Bayern ranks?
I do think they're both the same, but the difference is we have someone like Jamal Musiala playing at the 10, AJ, and that's why they decided to say, okay, with someone
Yeah.
like Jamal Musiala being there, we can actually offload Thomas Müller.
But then but has there been any desire to go and get a top tier keeper to tell Neuer to F off?
No, that's my problem.
No, we just got Jonas Obich who
Hey,
who is considered a big.
Stegen's on the market.
Trash.
Stegen's
No,
on the
Jonas
no,
market.
Obich is
hell
trash.
no.
Wait, hold
I'm
on,
not
hold on.
getting
Wait,
that.
where's the slap? No, where's the slap?
He's
Damn bloody fool.
And
German.
Ricardo,
He's German.
tell your
He's
club
German.
to stop shopping
We don't
to
care.
Chelsea as well, bro.
Bupinda, do you want an Anana?
Hell no.
I'll take
Hey, I'll
I'll
say
take
this.
Stegen.
Lowest
How
bid
do you
gets
go
him.
from
Lowest bid
Stegen
gets
to Onana?
To be honest,
The first black German goalkeeper.
Okay, let's just know. Okay, so
Hey, look, lowest bid gets Stegen, eh? Lowest bid gets Stegen.
no,
So,
no,
okay.
Testing is going to Chelsea. We know
So,
that.
okay, no, it's going to be the starting keeper for next season.
That's his last season, and after that, I think they have the Bayern hierarchy have big hopes for Jonas Obich, who has shown like in the Champions League to actually be decent. We don't know where his development will go because goalkeeping it's kind of difficult to predict. I think probably even more difficult than any other position. But yeah, so they're putting all
Okay.
their eggs into
So,
Jonas
hold
Obich.
up.
But
Before I come
AJ, can I speak on
yeah.
Flamengo?
Oh yeah, go for it.
AJ, I'm gonna say this: they've comfortably finished top 4 in the Bundesliga. Like,
I agree.
Wow,
I
interesting.
agree. Yeah. I agree.
after what I've seen, they could give a run, to sides like Freiburg, I don't know, Wolfsburg easily.
Look, Flamengo,
I
they were
agree.
very
Everyone.
impressive.
Yeah,
Flamengo were very
so
impressive.
respect to them, but they're easily top 4 side in the Bundesliga. So it's
Definitely.
actually cool to see all those South American sides to actually take it seriously, and
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be real, I
No,
don't follow South
no,
American
but
football.
let's bro. I don't know about Inter Milan, but Palmeiras are getting packed up in a few days' time. It is what it is.
But it's been an eye
I might
opener.
go to watch that game actually.
Okay, so before I come to Ricardo, let me just hit this dope. So shout out to boy Patricio. Guatemala just made the semi-final in the what's this?
Gold
Is
Cup.
this the gold Copa Oro?
Gold Cup.
Oh, sorry. Okay. That's what. Sorry, in the Gold Cup. I can't believe we beat Canada on
No,
penalties.
no
we
one
made the World Cup.
cares.
Wait,
No one
so wait, who beats Canada on penalties? Is that?
Guatemala.
Wait,
Oh,
hey,
so
just-
you're
it
from,
said- read the
you're
super
from
chat.
Guatemala. Oh,
Wait,
okay,
hey,
shout
can
out
you
to
read
you.
the super chat? It says Guatemala's made the semi-final beating Canada on penalties, and then you ask who beat Canada.
He's a
He's
stupid guy, to be
he's
fair.
still
No.
he's still
You
drunk
know
from
what it
the
was?
wedding.
I read it. No, I read it as Guatemala, and I thought that he was just speaking about something different. I didn't read it as a whole thing. It is what it is. Look, see, shout out to Guatemala, bro. Now, okay, wait, so, who's in the semis? Do we know both? Wait, do we know both semis of the Gold Cup? Hold on.
It's Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala, and the winner of America and Costa Rica.
Oh, Saudi Arabia were invited as well. Oh, Mexico goes beat Saudi Arabia. Okay, so Guatemala played the winner of America and Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out Guatemala, man. Patricia, shout out, man. Yeah, no, I'll
Is
definitely
still
tune in.
Taylor
Man. I'll
Navas
definitely tune in.
still playing for Costa Rica?
Stop it. He can't still be playing, bro. No way. Shout out to Mambo Mentality. Hey, nice shirt, HH. Go. Okay, look. Okay, I'm a Magic fan. Relax. But my sister went to do some stuff in Hollywood, LA, and she just, got me this as a souvenir. But I hate the Lakers. I've always hated the Lakers, but it is what it is. It's just a chance I got everything. But it's nice. Magic
No,
over my guys.
Bupinda was right. Keylor Navas still starts.
What?
What?
Yeah, he played against Mexico and they drew.
And probably Ochoa was on the other side in the goal.
How old is he? How old is Kilo Navas? Wait, hold up. Kilo Navas age.
He's 38.
38. Jesus.
AJ,
Man, shout
AJ,
out Kilo Navas, man.
AJ, would you take Keylor Navas over Robert Sanchez?
Wait. Bopinda. Yes. Between Grover and the 38-year-old Kilo Navas, who's a 3-time UCL winner, I'm taking Kilo Navas, bro. 100%. At 38, I'm taking Kilo Navas, 100%. So Ricardo talks about Ricardo. So first of all, bigger legend between Mola and Neuer, and talk about the game Bayern and Flamengo's amazing performance.
Yeah, look, okay. You know, when you put a little more thought into it, I could see why people would say Muller is a legend just because he's been there as a kid. Matt Neuer obviously came as what's it called? It was a transfer actually. Who's a better player? I think Neuer is a better player in his position, even though you can't really cross examine positions. But yeah, I get it. In terms of the game, I thought it was a good game. I thought I've been saying that Flamengo is a really good team. I'm not surprised at their performance. I thought they were a bit nervous in the start, which, you know, conceding 2 goals in the first 10 minutes really is a gut punch, especially when you concede an own goal, and then the second goal was a great goal actually. Harry Kane's goals were actually very good. Yeah, I mean, I think over the balance of the game, Bayern were the better team. I think they were just more clinical, created more chances. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I didn't really think. I'll be honest, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't have bet that Flamengo would beat Bayern. I think Bayern have actually been one of the better European teams at the tournament. So I think.
But they lost to Benfica though.
They did lose to Benfica, but I mean, they were already first in the group, I believe. I didn't watch that game, but I'd assume the third game they had won the first 2. They're not gonna go so crazy in the final game, kind of like what PSG did. Like, you would think they would blow out Seattle Sounders. I think it was the team they played, but they didn't really do that. Only 1-2-0. Yeah, look, it was a standard win for them. I think they got a good test. I think Bayern do have holes, but then again, Flamengo, I mean, I'm pretty sure people who don't really watch any football outside of Europe, Flamengo's a good team. They're a very good team.
Look, man, that's guessing, man. That guy is pretty good. And that goal was money, bro.
Yeah, look, Gerson has been around for a while. He's a great player for them. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunate. If maybe I think Flamengo was a team that's equipped to make a big like to eliminate a big European team. I think this would have been the game, but the difference in quality in terms of your number 9, Harry Kane.
No. I mean, but this is very simple. Look, the difference was 100 million. Can Flamengo spend 100 million pounds or euros on anybody? Bayern spent 100 million and got Harry Kane, and Harry Kane was the difference.
Yeah.
100 million was the difference in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It was a good game. Flamengo gave it all. I think they can walk out with their head held high. I mean, they played great.
Hell yes.
And it was Bayern Munich. They're one of the top sides in the world. So,
but from what you've seen, do you think PSG washed them? Because I believe they face each other in the quarters.
Yeah, they do. Wash might be an overstatement. I think PSG will win. I don't think it would be maybe like a 3-1 or something. Maybe a 2-1. Yeah, to be honest, I think with PSG, there are weaknesses in their game, right? And they're good at overshadowing them. The weaknesses of the physical aspect. I think PSG play a very small lineup. Which obviously has its advantage. You can play faster and whatnot. But the what's it called? The opposite is that you can get out muscled, right? And we saw that with Botafogo. And Botafogo has a team that's been built on athleticism and physicality. So I do think Bayern Munich do have the physical capacity to make it a game. I just think the way PSG play, they can play in and out of transition, in possession. They have flexible wingers. The fullbacks are great. I think they're gonna overwhelm Bayern Munich in that sense. But if they are gonna win, Harry Kane just needs to be clinical again. He just needs to be clinical again, because I think they can be got at. Like, I just, there's only certain teams that can present PSG a problem, in my opinion. One of them, obviously, Barcelona, like, they're not in it, so that doesn't matter. Real Madrid can present a problem because they got great wingers. Who else? Let's see, in the world of football, maybe, I mean, Liverpool are not in it as well. Maybe Man City. There's only like 3 or 4 teams.
So basically, you're saying that Bayern have no chance against PSG. Like,
I mean, Elise is gonna have to he's gonna have to be the player of the game, because I think the damage will have to come from the wing. But Harry Kane has to be clinical, and it's hard to depend on Harry Kane in a big game because he doesn't have the reputation to do so.
Ricardo, don't mince words. Ricardo, wait, Have you now become cowardly now? Just say it. He's a
What?
he's a big game flop. He doesn't turn up in big games. So don't be shy.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, his resume looks really bad, but could this be the one? I mean, put a little notch in his belt. I don't know. I don't think so, but I think PSG are just a better team from top to bottom.
AK, talk to me.
Yeah. So on the Bayern game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So first of all, so first of all, who's the bigger manager between Neuer and Muller, and then talk about the game.
I probably say Thomas Muller. I think he's come through the Bayern Academy. He stayed at Bayern for a very, very long time. I think attackers usually for me are usually rated higher than like defenders and goalkeepers. So I think it's Muller, but Neuer is also a top player. In terms of the game, I think Flamengo gave a good account of themselves, but I think the quality of number 9 and just like the quality of player that Bayern Munich had just got them over the line. I think Harry Kane, 2 very great goals.
Away from the mic.
Yeah, two very good goals. I thought Olise was hit and miss. I generally think like, did Olise try to give away a penalty? Like it looked like he was trying to give away a penalty. Like
maybe he was paid. You know, below Joshua.
Maybe. I thought, contrary to what Bupinder and Kor were saying, I thought Kimmich was decent today. I thought Goretzka was a big issue, even though he scored a goal, because I don't think they have the compactness in midfield with Goretzka. I think when you saw Pavlovic come on, they were much more in control. So I think Bayern, if they start Kimmich and Pavlovic, that will hold them well. I thought Upamecano was very good today. Overall, in terms of the game against PSG, we'll get on to how you try to jinx a 38-year-old man later.
These are lies. I will defend myself.
I think it's going to be a tough one for Bayern Munich. I think PSG, they're in rhythm. They have great wingers. The midfield is very elusive.
Yeah, that Kimmich and Goretzka, they're gonna get destroyed, bro. But continue.
Yeah, I think the fullbacks as well. Again, shout out my guy Hakimi. We'll get to him scoring another goal. But I just don't see Bayern beating PSG. I don't think PSG will smack them, but I think PSG will beat them like 2-0, something like that.
J2S, talk to me. Bayern.
On Bayern or Muller and Neuer?
So basically, first of all, Muller, Neuer, legend between both, and then the game.
I'd say Muller's the bigger legend because you got to add the whole like homegrown tax because he's from the academy. Obviously, Neuer came from Schalke. You'd be Neuer because he's been at the club longer. I think it's 2 more years. He's been at the club than Neuer, so you got to add that tax back. How many league titles does he have? Is it 10? Is it 11?
No, I think it might be 11. I think because I think he was there through the 11 in a row.
Yeah, and then in the latter few years, Neuer hasn't really been there because he's had how many accidents has he had and how many injuries has he had?
Yeah,
a lot. Like even in the knockout stages for the Champions League this year, he didn't play the Inter game or the Leverkusen game. It was youngster.
So I know that you are in and out and in transit with United. Is Cristiano a bigger legend than any of the class of 92 players, or are all the class of 92 players, obviously outside Nicky Bottom people, are all of them bigger United legends than Cristiano?
I would I'd put Ronaldo above like Gary Neville, for example. Like, I'm not rating Gary Neville that highly. Like Gary Neville, yeah, he's a decent player, but that's about it. He's not a. If we're talking about like the best right backs of the generation, we putting Gary Neville in any conversations?
See, no.
He's not touching any conversation. But like your David Beckhams, your Paul Scholes, I think I'd put them above
Giggs.
Ronaldo.
So in Giggs, Scholes, Becks are all bigger United legends than.
Yeah, because you got to add in the quality of the player and what they've done for the club. Like the quality rise between like the Ronaldos and the Paul Scholes and the Giggs, the quality is it's close. The gap is close, but like your Gary Nevilles and Nicky Butts, there's quite a large
Yeah,
gap.
no. So so I think no, because okay. So you're saying Scholes, Bex, Giggs, Keane are all bigger United legends than Cristiano.
It was a short span. It's like 5 years, 6 years maybe. And the peak of his powers, it was only 3 years. It was 2007, 2008, 2009. But if, for example, if he had stayed until 2013, for example, got another 5, 6 league titles under his belt, then we can have that conversation. Then he's in like the Rooney conversation. But he left too early.
Okay. So speak on the Bayern game.
Like it was a decent game. Flamengo gave it the best shot, but I don't think any of the South American teams are like. What is the most expensive player? Is it Jorginho?
Probably. Basically, they can't spend 100 mil on any Harry Kane, bro. That's for sure.
Yeah, look, you're looking at what they've dropped 60 on Elise, they've dropped 100 on Kane, and then you look at like they got the quality in difference it's large. But onto the PSG game, I'm worried about that left side because you got Tar and Goretzka, that left side. Like I don't people not saying it's Tar. He's like the Jim Maguire.
He's not. You see, he used to be good though, but I think that his peak of his powers has been missed. So I think that guy's going to be a liability in that defense. You thought Upamecano was a liability. The entire going to like, bro. PSG could have a field day with that guy.
He has no pace. Like Doué is going to run past him, and he ain't going to catch him. Like we saw it for the Boca Juniors goal, the 2-1.
Yeah,
the player just ran past him like he wasn't even there. And then you're looking at his fullback partner, Stanisic. Like, what are these fullbacks? You got Lima, who's a midfielder, as the right back, and then you got Stanisic, that's the Bayern starting left back. So we've gone from Lahm to Stanisic. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll get baptized or anything. But like, it'll be a comfortable game for PSG.
Well, hopefully not as comfortable as the Inter Miami.
And Bayern do something, but I doubt it.
Black Seal.
First of all, I think Thomas Muller is actually
that mic is sounding crazy. And I'm hearing an echo as well.
An echo? Wait, hold up. What about now?
Yo. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, Black Seal, you have to just come out. This is crazy. Okay, you have to come out. Okay, let's. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, all right, guys. Okay, let's. All right. AK, is your mic working? The AK.
Hello.
Okay, AK, can I defend myself? Am I allowed to defend myself?
Go on.
When I made my prediction about Inter Miami and PSG, it was nothing to do with a jinx. I just had a feeling. You see, there are two forms of analysis.
Wait, can I just ask you a quick question before I can let you continue?
AK, please, feel free.
Is this the same feeling you had when you said Turkey would make a Euro quarterfinal and Qatar would make a World Cup semi?
It was similar, yes. it was a similar feeling, yes. Look, people will say that I jinxed Messi and everything, and all I'm going to say is that I plead the sixth. But that's not what I want to focus on. What I want to focus on is, guys, we knew they were going to get beat because I said that just for laughs, bro. It was pretty flawless. We all knew that if Inter Miami were going to do anything, it would be shocking, based on just how trash the system is, and FC Porto should be embarrassed. But my thing though is, first of all, we already know the Inter Miami was here, but my thing though is it's people's reactions. So, AK, my thing though is, we know how bad Inter Miami are. We know that these guys do not stand a chance. But even before this game, I read a headline that says that, oh, this is a legacy-defining game for Messi. And I'm like, what? And then after the game and everything, I'm now seeing all of these tweets about, oh, Cristiano would have never lost this way. At least Cristiano would have stood up for his team. I'm like, wait, I think I remember a few 5-0s and 6-2s and then everything during Cristiano's time at Real Madrid. So my thing though is, like, were people really using this Inter freaking MLS Miami against the Champions League winners? Were they using this as a yardstick or something to now compare for Messi's legacy, which doesn't make any sense. Talk to me, AK.
First of all, can you bring in Casey?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, Casey's here. All right. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. On the first point, here's the thing, HH. After Portugal won the Nations League in a incredible heart-stopping comeback, Ronaldo fans have woken up. They're now talking about how Ronaldo is back and Messi is washed. So I'd implore you to just ignore them.
Yes.
On their game overall, bro, like there were people saying that, bro, like the second half apparently Inter Miami had more chances created. Like Brazil had more chances created in the second half against Germany. It doesn't matter because they were 5-0 down. Just like today, Inter Miami were 4-0 down in halftime, and PSG just stopped playing. So, I mean, Messi, he did his job. He got them through the group pretty much. He played decently well this Club World Cup, but this team they're just not good. And I'll be honest, I don't know why they're in this tournament, but they're just not good, and they played a good team. And
AK, you know exactly why they're in this tournament. Come on, you know why.
I mean, we know why, but like, I mean, what else do you want me to say? They're just not good.
No, AK, they are abysmal. Because AK, what I don't get is how did they beat FC Porto? How the hell did FC Porto lose to these guys?
Bro.
AK,
Now,
I don't care how bad FC Porto. How did FC Porto, a European team that plays in the Champions League, lose to these guys?
now you understand.
AK, they have a Falcon in defense. They have a freaking
can you
in
put him
defense.
in the Brick Academy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's there. I'll put him in there.
No, just put the whole defense. No. That substitute came on and scored an own goal.
No, specifically Falcon.
Bro. That guy that was
Falcon.
trying to hack Kivicha all time, every day. You know that guy's just a thug. They found him on the road. All the guy was doing was supposed to run the fight.
I understand, defenders and all that, but you have to specifically put Falcon in like Class A because how do you have a name called Falcon yet you're a fat guy with an afro?
that guy's asterisks, but okay. So look, but okay, what does this do anything for PSG or? It was a training session and the game was over at halftime.
It was a training session, man. Like, who cares, bro? Like, they won, they did their job, and let's see how they go against Bayern. And as for Inter Miami, like, simple, bro. I don't understand why Ronaldo Messi is a topic again. It's just
no, but do you know? I think it's going to the point where I've accepted that. Okay, it's not going to stop. And you're right. Your advice is right. Ignore them. Because I thought that after December 18th, okay, fine, it's over. But what I found is these are not football fans. These are just psychotic people. So it's never going to end. This is not about football. This is about I am the Cristiano guy and I just have to always hate Messi. So it has nothing to do with footballing logic. So, I thought this was football. Okay, I tap out. Please, I cannot be involved in something that has no relation to football. This is purely about worship. This is worry about obsession and about cycles. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's not much to talk in terms of this game because, like, what we expected to happen happened. Like, it's nothing like special. I'll be.
Okay, did you see that pass Messi gave to the cannibal? And did you see the cannibal try to control?
The cannibal, bro. Like, I think Casey spoke about it. Like, at some point, you need to have shame and know when you're finished. Like, please, Luis Suarez, have some shame. Like, you can't run. Have some shame and retire, man. Like, please.
So Ricardo, talk to me, man. Miami and PSG.
I mean.
And also and about your fellow fanboys reigniting this Messi Ronaldo thing, bro.
I mean, what the fuck is there to talk about? It was so obvious who was gonna win. I mean, you are. You're not even slick, by the way. I know you were trying to do. You were trying to set up another A2. You probably weren't gonna get a 2 for being honest, but
Ricardo, I plead the 6th, but continue.
it's the 5th, man. I mean, what is there to talk about? I mean, there was no business for them being on the field. PSG were clearly the better player, better team. I don't know if it was just damage control after the first.
No, but I think okay. I know, but can you just speak on the shamelessness? I know these are not football fans; these are idiots. But can you just speak on the shamelessness of you look at that Inter Miami team, you look at that PSG team, and they lose 4-0, rightfully so.
Yeah.
How is your assessment now? Oh my gosh, Messi! What does this do for his legacy? How do you make that leap if you understand the basics of football and the basics of that Inter Miami team and that PSG team?
Look, social media is just all narratives, right? Like it's just if you just watch football, it doesn't even take much to realize. Like I have family members who don't watch football, but they'll tune in maybe when like Argentina or Spain or play just because it's in the background. I mean, even with Portugal or whatever. I mean, can you blame an attacker for? I mean, you can blame him for the press, sure. I mean, this has kind of been the last, let's say, 10 years of Messi's career, or 15, or maybe since Pep left. Like,
Yeah.
there's a reason why Messi doesn't defend. You know, and there's a reason why Ronaldo does defend. And I'll make it very clear. Messi is quite literally an entire offense. He's in any team he's in, he's probably the best goal scorer on the team. He's probably the best playmaker on the team, the best passer, and the best dribbler on the team. That's his responsibility on the field. Now, if you're gonna ask him to defend, well, like the guy has he averages somewhere between like 70 to 100 touches per game. So you expect him to do all the offensive work and then to defend as well. It's the duality of having a player like that. So you can't have it both ways. Unfortunately, that's just the way the game works. If you're gonna have a luxury player like Messi, for the exchange of having a ridiculous what's it called, offensive weapon, that's kind of the trade-off. With Ronaldo, let's be honest, the reason why he can defend is because he doesn't do anything other than threat around the box. Like Ronaldo outside the box, he's not threatening. Like he's not gonna take on players. He's not gonna thread a ball. He's not gonna ping a ball like cross field. He'll get you a goal, but he's not gonna go challenge defenders and stuff on the ball. So he has more energy to add to a defensive end of the team. It's literally like it's not even that hard to conceptualize how that works. But I mean, like, look, there's a certain fan base that are still down after, was it December 18th? They're trying to get every little points they can. I mean, and look, it's all engagement, if we're being honest. It's really just engagement.
No. But again, like, look at this poll. This is a poll of guys that I thought, okay, these are guys that are maybe not anything. 40-something% have said that this should count towards his legacy. Inter Miami against PSG. An MLS team that was created yesterday against the defending Champions League winners. Can you see the idioticness that we're dealing with here?
No, I mean, it is what it is. Like, look, PSG, I'll be honest, if you look at the last 10 Champions League winner, they're definitely a top 5, maybe a top 3 side out of all Champions League winners.
Ricardo, they just came from having the biggest ever beatdown in Champions League.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they're quite literally one of the better Champions League winners we've seen in the last 10 to 20 years. So I mean, Inter Miami, they're not even the best MLS team today. The fact that they lost by a smaller margin than Inter Milan, it's kind of crazy.
That's embarrassing.
So basically, they're not even the worst Inter.
They're not even the worst. You know, Inter Miami might have took every little ounce of swagger from Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Because nowadays,
so basically, if you're going straight right now and says I'm an Inter fan, I think they say, oh, so you're a Miami fan.
Yeah, because they associate it with the Messi. That's why. But no, like, look. there's still people in denial. It is what it is. Some people are not like, bro, let Messi go back to back. They'll still make arguments why Ronaldo's greater. Like it's I don't get it. I'll be honest, like I'm past it. Like these people, it's just engagement at this point. It's rage bait. I see what you're doing. H. You're today, yeah. After the game, you're like, I'm a big Messi fan, but
which I am.
You said he's been on the end of some beatdowns. I'm like, every player goes through that. Like, yeah, he has 8-2 against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. That's a bad one. That's a very
4-0.
bad one. He has 4-0 against Liverpool. That's about. Funny enough, he was good that game, so I don't really care what anybody says. He was ass against Bayern. I'll give you that. Against thing was good, but we're not gonna talk about CR7 getting curb stomped by Barcelona like a few times. We're not gonna talk about when he went back to Manchester United. He got curb stomped by fucking Mo Salah, 5-0. No, I'm just talking about like if you want to say like on Messi's legacy, like let's talk.
Wait, no, Ricardo, they got curb stomped by Watford.
No, but what I'm saying
That
is
was
that,
it, yeah,
Ricardo.
It's not junction the train station.
Hold up. When you look at Messi's biggest defeats, right? During the Champions League, there's the Liverpool one and the Bayern Munich one, right?
Look, when it comes to PSG one with
the
Mbappe, or that was not a big deficit. Okay,
4-1.
4-1.
It's a 3-goal deficit. That's a decisive win in my view. If you win by 3 goals, like that's a decisive win. That's not a blowout, but it's a decisive win. 4 and up is like, yeah, you got bent over. But like if you lose against Bayern with Liverpool in the Champions League, that's a bad loss, and you can hold it against them. But if you watch the games, it's like the one on Liverpool, like. Bro, they let Messi down. I don't care what anybody says. The one against Bayern Munich, he got destroyed. That is what it is. But Ronaldo, like, if we're gonna be honest with you, just for the sake of the conversation, you lost 5-0 to Liverpool and 5-0 to Barcelona. Those are your direct rivals. Like, that's unacceptable. But like, I'd much rather lose 8-2 to Bayern than lose 5-0 to Real Madrid. Like, I'll be dead ass with you. We're not even gonna talk about the Brentford one though, or I think was it Watford. Like, Ronaldo's been on the end of some ass whooping. So let's not.
Wait, didn't he get
not just that.
World Cup as well?
Sorry?
Ronaldo and Portugal got 4-0 at the World Cup by Germany in the opening game. In
1-man wall. The 1-man wall.
Not just that.
Well, he did get Messi as well, but
he's missed a penalty in the Euros and proceeded to cry during the extra time.
Yeah, see, look, my goat has autism, so he'll never succumb to his emotions in times like that. But
he's true.
Ricardo,
we're gonna respect everybody on the spectrum, on the spectrum. So look, it's bullshit. Like I honestly don't care about, as much as I know it's hard for me to believe it. Like I really don't care about the debate because like I didn't need a World Cup to tell me he was better. And with the World Cup, like if you don't think otherwise, like you can prefer Ronaldo. That's completely fine. That's your favorite player. Don't tell me he's better. Like it's literally.
Casey and then Wiedemann. Casey and then Jesus. Casey.
About
the game. 4-0.
Come on,
4-0.
No, what do you expect, man? Like seriously.
You were expecting 7-0.
Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, no. My thing was like, if it's 3-1, just take it at goal. 4-0. Yeah.
No. Because I think he said if Messi manages to score, you should put him on the podium. That's what he said.
So my thing was that if he managed to get a GA, but the fat fuck Suarez, he messed it all up. But bro, come on, like the level, the difference in level, man. Like it is.
It was scary.
It is actually insane. But I think regardless of all what happens, bro, like Cristiano fan base, bro, like, and this guy, why not you, man? I'm fighting with him on the streets, bro. your goat has 0 GA in World Cup knockouts. Guy is an international flop. Like, stop this. See, Jesus Christ, he is a fraud. Like, stop it. He like Yamal has better. I think like he has more KO GA than Cristiano at the age of 17. Like in all tournaments, and he has only played one. Like Cristiano has played like what 10, 12. Like just stop it. Yeah, this is just sad now. Bro, this is the Japanese soldier, man. Like you guys just need to stop.
Casey, they'll never stop fighting. Which is why I don't like. I'll have to tap out. They'll never stop. Like it's a thing. So once it's a thing, it's like again. I told you like this is what I say. Everybody has a religion. Even atheists have their own religion.
No,
People's religion is Cristiano. It's a religion.
It's
so
a
you
cult.
have to maintain faith all the way through.
It's a cult.
which is a form of worship. It's still a form of worship.
It's actually it's such a sexual identity if you really think about it.
What's it called? J Swiss and then Weedman. J Swiss.
Oh, what was this about? Is this the whole Messi and Ronaldo thing?
No. Well, really, the Miami PSG game, and people are saying, I'm doing this saying, oh, Messi losing 4-0. We should not put this on his legacy as another L.
I mean, Ronaldo and then Messi losing 4-0 to PSG, side by side. Oh, why is no match?
No match.
Jason, I think your mic was.
Is this the real one or is it like a fake?
Oh no! It's a real one. That's the real one. That's the Casey, he can't stay away. This is a guy who said that I'll never come back. Yeah, I'm a loser. This and everything, and he's still here calling me a pessy sexual.
Yeah, he's a content crack addict. That's why.
It is content crack, bro. You always come back. Everyone
you could always come back.
Fucking egg boy hero.
Also, America losing to Costa Rica.
Wow. Shout out to Pochettino. You know that if America gets grouped next summer, bro, Trump won't actually press that damn button. Actually, that's not even funny. What's it called? Weedman. Talk to me.
Yo, I don't know who's talking about. I stay off football social media, and so I don't.
Oh, you have to. I mean, like it's beyond toxic, bro.
Yeah, I mean, my thing with Messi is that he was the GOAT for me even before he won that Copa America. Like, I love Ronaldo. He's my favorite player, right? I'm a Madrid fan, but like, it doesn't take a genius to realize like Messi is very, 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 very good at football, right? And so, when you have these kinds of idiots trying to bring this conversation, you can't really bring up a real conversation of, hey, weren't these Barcelona and Messi fans saying that he was the GOAT after he scored after he scored a free kick against Porto, saying that he was the big responsibility of the team. And now he gets 4-0. Yeah, he needs to take responsibility as well. That's why this is something that can affect him ultimately. If you're going to say that it affects his legacy if he scores against Porto, it affects his legacy if he loses 4-0 against PSG like this. But that's not something that's that important because for me, he has such a weaker team and this is the final part of his career. This tournament in general would not have a legacy. It'd be legacy defining for him. He was fine. It was interesting how he played against PSG because he kind of played like he was playing with PSG, sort of brilliant in glimpses, but sort of anonymous otherwise. But the real talking point is actually his friends. His friends from Barcelona, Busquets, Suarez, and Alba. My God. Because at least Messi kind of looked, all right. He had some moments where you're like, yeah, this is a decent footballer. He could challenge PSG a little bit. These motherfuckers, you come out of the pitch, these guys' faces, they are having flashbacks of 8-2, I swear to God. Like, they were like, it's happening again. It's happening again. Suarez is, like, I swear, Cristiano...
He can't control the ball. He can't control the ball.
He actually does not know how to control the ball. It's hilarious trying to watch him waddle around. Busquets is overrun. Any physical team overruns this guy, completely overruns this guy. And Alba is also finished. Like, these guys, they were having flashbacks. It was so funny as a Madrid fan seeing these guys, just the face.
Did Alba cry during halftime?
Bro, he might have cried again during halftime, man.
He did. He probably did. Bro.
Hey, Chich, pull up my AVR.
I don't think they care, actually.
Wait, what is this? Oh yes.
It's Fat Suarez missing the chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching Inter Miami this whole tournament, and Suarez has been one of the worst players in this entire tournament, I swear. He is horrible. Any strike, I swear, if Cristiano at 50 is going to be better at this guy.
Wait, hey,
what we're seeing right now is that we kind of knew this already, but what we're really seeing now is that the top European teams, no one can compete against them. Maybe the middling European teams, your Portuguese teams, your slightly below average English teams, your below average German teams, like just, your average teams, they might be able to, they might have some competition with some of the other teams in the other regions, so strong South American teams, things like that. We will see quarterfinals and semis that it will get rapidly.
But I think what was worrying is that now, Inter Miami, they improved in the second half, but in that first half, that was similar to Bayern Auckland.
Yeah,
And my thing is that we should expect that an MLS team is better than Auckland FC, guys who are part-timers. But in that first half, bro, it looked as if it's a professional team against a semi-pro team.
You have to understand Inter Miami as well, though. Here's the thing. This is the first time that this team, like, not certain players, but most of this team comes up against a team of this quality, right? They have not played against a team of this much, where there's this of a vast gap in quality between them and the opposing team. And that's why in the second half, you kind of saw them a little bit improve. But in the first half, they just didn't know what was hitting them. And PSG is particularly good at punishing teams that are not expecting what they're able to do. And PSG just showed that. And that's just like a combination of those two things of you never have this experience versus a team that's really good at punishing you early. It's just going to create a first half that's like that. And I mean, you put Inter Miami against PSG again, it won't happen like this, right? Inter Miami is going to be a little bit more resolute. They're going to know a little bit more to expect. I think it's just because it was the first time they come up against a team of this much quality, they were just completely shell-shocked.
What's it called? Where are we at? Eye test. Talk to me. Inter Miami, PSG.
Yeah.
This is eye test?
Yes, it's eye test.
I shouldn't be here right now. I should be asleep. Have work at 5 a.m. Need to wake up at 5 a.m. But the weather's mad.
Okay,
what is it now for you?
Okay, hold on. So you need to wake up. So you need to wake up in about 3, 4, 5 hours. Why are you still? No, we are glad to have you here because we all love you in this community. But you have work at 5 a.m. Why the heck are you at a hangout at freaking 12:30 a.m.?
The weather is crazy. I cannot sleep. Like my bed is full of sweat right now. It's full of sweat. Like I don't know how you can survive in this weather. But
again, people don't know where I am, but in London, it's going to be 32 Celsius for the next two days.
Boy,
so
that's
it's going to
child's play, man. That's child's play, man.
It's crazy. But onto the game. I'll be real, I never watched the game. I haven't watched a single second of the Club World Cup yet. But let me talk about the game anyway. What does this like? I'm talking. I heard earlier someone saying this is a career-defining game for Messi and whatnot, bro. Come on, man. Club World Cup. Ain't nobody give a damn about the Club World Cup. I ain't watched a single second of the Club World Cup. I ain't watched a single highlight of the Club World Cup. I don't know what has happened in the Club World Cup.
So why are you saying that the Club World Cup doesn't mean anything? Why not? Because that is very snobbish. And this is the snobbishness that AK was referring to about people in England saying that, the Club World doesn't mean anything. Is it because your team isn't in it? It's still
I'm not talking about eye test. I'm talking about white Brits, by the way.
Bro,
AK, that's crazy.
I'm white. I am white. Yeah, I'm a white.
Okay,
Brit.
I thought you were Somali.
Eye test.
I'm a white Brit.
Wait, I did not think
eye
that.
Test. You're not. Wait. Hold on. Eye test. Are you actually white?
Yes, I am a white British man, blonde hair.
Okay, he's not. He's lying.
Are you of the Aryan
blonde hair,
race?
blue eyes?
Look. First of all, I've been in London long enough to know I know that accent. That accent is not of a white man. And I know for a fact you're not a white man.
I'm a white man. But bro, let me talk about the Club World Cup, man. Like this is just a financial tournament. They're just doing it for financial gains. It's not a major tournament. It means nothing, man. It means nothing. Like, is anyone even watching the Club World Cup? You guys, I know you guys are, but
yeah, we're watching it. There's a reason why we're here.
Majority of football fans are not watching this tournament.
How do you know? So okay,
no, they watch the major games, but they won't watch the small games.
Look, most fans are not going to watch like Pachuca against Braunschweig. So you're saying that people are not going to watch Real against freaking Al Hilal. City against Al Hilal, or people are not going to watch Real. Do you know how many Real Madrid fans there are in the world? They're not going to be watching the Real games. Do you know how many Bayern fans there are in the world? They're not going to be watching the Bayern games.
Wait, you tell me no one's going to watch PSG Bayern in the quarters now?
I mean, if it's 1 a.m. in the morning, ain't no one.
I don't think that game is 1 a.m.
No, it's like 8 o'clock. It's like a Champions League
9
game.
p.m. Yeah.
But yeah,
Wait,
guys, that's all
and
I
also
wanted
as well,
to say, man.
here's the thing. Wait, hold on. I says it's free. You see, if let's say you have to go through a legal stream, then okay, fine. The fact is, you get the Zone app, which is free, and you can watch the game for free. You can put up your iPad, game, do whatever while the game is there. Of course, you're going to watch it. And for me,
I mean,
the biggest thing about it is just how easy it has been to watch this game. So
the PSG buying games on Saturday at 5 o'clock. Like people are going to tune into that. That's like prime time.
Oh come on,
Saturday evening.
Yeah, but most of the games, 1 a.m. in the morning, ain't no one trying to wake up for that, man.
Bro, none of the
No
games
one
are
trying
1
to
a.m. in the
wake
morning anymore.
I think after the second, obviously the City game is 2 a.m. European time, but from the quarters onwards, it's going to be prime time, 5 p.m., 9 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 p.m. So the games are fine. Basically, I test. So okay, I test. So you won't watch Bayern PSG, a quarterfinal game for free.
What time is it? It depends on the time.
It's like 5 p.m., 8, 9 p.m. or something.
Yeah, Bayern PSG is at 5 o'clock UK time.
5 o'clock, maybe, potentially. But I haven't watched anything yet so far. I haven't watched anything.
It's at 5 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll probably watch that then. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna try and get to sleep. This is too hot. This weather's ridiculous, guys. This weather's ridiculous.
HH, are you watched the Palmeiras game versus Chelsea?
Wait, Jason, is that a trick question?
I'm going.
No, but do you know what time it is? The game. It's at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Of course, I'm gonna watch it. Wait, I'm a vampire, bro. Of course, I'm gonna watch the game.
I'll tell you.
Wait, your Timu Blade?
Yes. No, what do you mean a Timu Blade? I've taught Blade everything. Wait, AK, how much were the tickets?
Like $140.
It's worth it. It's Chelsea. It's worth it.
Also, I just
AK,
want to.
where's the game?
Yeah, I think it's at 9 p.m.
No, where is it?
Have you watched one of these games? Or are
Wait, hold on. AK, where is the game? In case I ask where the game is.
Philly.
Oh, okay.
Wait. What's the stadium like? What's the
It's a football stadium.
Wait,
what's the
close
capacity?
to New York?
Yeah, it's the Eagle Stadium, basically.
Oh, it's the Eagle Stadium. Okay, cool.
Also, I just want to apologize to all the white Brits who might have been offended.
Okay, apology not accepted, bro. They're gonna come after you, bro. Shout out to Jose Correa. Inter Miami.
Have bad teeth, anyways, except for certain people.
So do you all agree that Inter Miami is better than Inter Milan, or are we just going too far?
That's a joke.
I mean, one lost 4-0, one lost 5-0.
Would Inter Milan beat Inter Miami?
Yes, absolutely. No question about it.
In this current state, I'm not sure.
No, we're all trolling here. We all know that Inter Milan would be like. Let's not be funny here.
Weed man.
But wait, what was the team?
What was the team?
I don't put anything past Inter Milan, to be honest.
See, that's the thing. Look, they should. I'm not going to put money down. I'm not going to put my own money down that Inter Milan will win. I'm not happy. Shout out to Hamza. Certain Ronaldo fans are particularly mentally challenged. Oh God, consider that whenever you come across their views. No, look, see, I've got to start ignoring these guys. I think some Cristiano Ronaldo fans I respect them as fans. He's your guy. He's your idol, which is fair. Some other people they were dropped on their head as a baby.
When I say block
times.
people, when I say you have to block people, you don't listen.
Casey, that block button is very powerful, man. No, Casey, do you know what's even stronger?
I said it's very
mute.
powerful.
Because do you know the beauty of mute? They don't know that they're blocked, so they'll keep tweeting, and they're like, "Wait, how come I'm not getting any response?"
I don't know. I think mute. The issue is with mute. I don't know if it impacts the other page, the For You page. I think like you will still like get tweets from people who are like the people you have muted. With block, like it's completely clean.
Oh no. But my thing though is, I just like them to, because see, if you block, it's almost as if like they've won. But if you just mute them, but they just keep on badgering you, but all you just do is just ignore them and everything. And I think no. If you mute, you don't get their tweets. You don't get their tweets if you mute. So their tweets and everything. So basically, if you just go onto the basically, because that's I don't go into the main Twitter timeline. I always view my notifications. So in the notifications, the guys that you mute, their stuff doesn't come through, and it is so amazing, bro.
Hey, HH, I have a question.
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
In the next 4 games of like the round of 16, do you think there will be any upsets?
So, would you say Hilal beating Cities and okay? Well, we'll talk about that. Higgins. I would say no, but AK, I'll be real with you. AK, I'm not putting money down on Inter Milan beating Fluminense. They should win. They should win. After that UCL final, after that undressing in the UCL final, bro, I will not put it past them to summer scrub against Fluminense. So
Wait, AK.
outside of that, I think that's the one.
AK, do you say round of 16 games?
Realistic.
Do you say round of 16 games?
Yeah.
I would consider if Juventus beat Real Madrid, that's a shocker.
Who are we playing against again?
No, Juventus.
No, I'm saying if
Well,
Juve beat Madrid,
playing against Juventus, those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Let's say Monterrey. If Monterrey beats Dortmund, is that an upset?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that will.
Bro, they have one player. They have Sergio Ramos. That's it.
I think
literally
Monterrey
is
beat
only attack
Dortmund.
as well.
You know, it's true. I think basically, I think the highest likelihood is Monterrey. I think the highest likelihood is Monterrey. As much as we want to crap on Inter, they should win, but I think I think Inter should win. Real beats Juve. It's true, but I'm with the JJ2S. It shows how crazy. In 2025, Juventus beating Real is an upset. I'm sorry. In 2025, Juve beating Real
we
is an
should
upset.
not lose to those guys.
No. Real have no business losing to Juventus. Juventus are.
They're a second-rate club. We should not be losing.
No, because if Kalulu is on that pitch, Real Madrid already won a lot.
Yeah, no, Juve are ass chicks. Shout out to your boy Barry. X-paying people for tweets. This is the worst thing that happens. Basically, this is when football Twitter just nosedived, bro. The moment that you got paid for engagement, bro, people are stupid. You can just post that, hey, Messi's a midget, he's a loser, Cristiano is the king of the world, and you will get so much engagement and you're going to get more money. It was the worst. Hence why, guys. Okay, wait, who here actually goes onto the main Twitter timeline?
Me.
No, I do.
The only reason I'm on Twitter is to get the Hangout link. That's the only reason I'm on Twitter.
It depends. Like, if I'm bored, I'll venture out into the main, like, Twitter bit.
I have, I can't remember the last time I went onto the main. All I do is just go to Eurofoot.com, Fabrizio, my movie sites, and I read like notifications and DMs.
No.
Yes,
Bro,
I go on the main
Lord only
timeline.
knows what is on that main timeline, bro.
To be honest, I go on the main timeline. Yeah.
No, the main time. No.
I think
time. That's when it popped off. World War III. That's when it popped off.
Oh.
No, like the Twitter timeline makes you think. Like I think we talked about this in a members hangout, but it makes you think some players are just like evil human beings. Like HH, if you went based on Twitter timeline, Vinicius is a serial killer.
No.
He's
the Antichrist.
He's Adolf Hitler.
No, baby. Okay, basically, if you do not watch football and you based your views of Vinny off Twitter, he is the Antichrist.
All I'm saying is those guys that don't like Vinicius are not only on Twitter.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know why I don't take the timeline serious, even though it can be fucking annoying? It's because this is gonna sound crazy.
Oh.
The people who are mainly on football Twitter come from a couple particular parts of the world.
I know what you're talking about.
Ricardo, is this possible? Is it on the continent of Africa?
Not only Africa.
Is this in the west of Africa? Oh.
It is West Africa.
Asia. Oh, no, look.
Southeast Asia and West Africa.
Exactly. Southeast Asia is the big one.
And South Asia as well.
I'm not gonna lie, the Middle East as well.
The most racial abuse I get, I think I've told you before, are from Nigerians and Indian people with an Argentine flag on their profile. Those people that I get the most racial abuse from.
Bro, it's because white people don't dare to say the things that those guys will say.
No, because I want to say, okay, you know that I grew up in Nigeria. First of all, I've seen your profile image. I've seen your name. I know that name.
No.
And then you have some people. They don't even have the Nigerian flag. They have an Argentine flag there. And once I say, yeah, man, Messi is a penalty matches and everything, I get racially abused by these guys.
Listen. Help. Like, go to Instagram page of any player who makes a mistake. Like, and if he's like of like African descent, right? Look at the comments and look at the names. You will find a pattern.
No. It's not like whenever a guy makes mistake, it's Indian names, our Nigerian names. And the crazy thing, and also
Middle Eastern names too.
Yes, Middle Eastern names. But the crazy thing though is, bro, the kinds of stuff I hear from Nigerians who are somehow Argentine, they now become Argentine, and everything is insane. I said, guys,
were they also born on planes?
Yeah, no. Rima, I don't think you understand. They are actual Nigerians who rep Argentina because of Messi. And on their profile is an Argentinian flag. And once I diss Messi, you know that I'm a Nigerian. You know how I got the flag. They insult me and they racially abuse me as Nigerians. That's how deep this stuff is.
Sometimes you deserve it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no! Look, I love pissing people off, and bro, I take pride in pissing people off, and I take it as a win whenever people get pissed off. But not my fellow Nigerians. I mean, that's the least I expect of it. I mean, not my fellow guys, man. Shout out to your boy Kelvin, man. Pogba comps. How can people rate Zidane and Maradona ass?
I swear this guy puts ass in every single dub that he puts.
Bro, it's Talent FC trying to be Kelvin Tahiro, bro. We know what it is, but shout out to your boy, you're sorry, man. HH picked a team that has Falcon. 435 plus year olds plays a salary crap less than 6 mil against European champions, also treble winners, and said they have a chance. That's nasty, HH, even for you.
Yes.
You're sorry, I plead the 6th and the 7th and the 8th. My lips are sealed.
Wait, HH, I have a question.
Oh, go for it.
Do Argentina have more fans from India than Argentina?
Yes.
Yeah,
very likely.
Probably.
It's probably the same.
J2S is not probably J2S. I want that to happen. I am willing to count that based off pure numbers. There are more fans of Argentina in India and Nigeria than there are in Argentina.
You have to also understand India doesn't have a team sport.
Because remember, in Argentina, it might be
40 million.
No. In Argentina, I think there are more Maradona fans than Messi fans.
Correct.
So I think there are more Messi fans outside of Argentina than there are in Argentina. Bro, in Nigeria and India alone, there are far more Messi fans in Nigeria and India than there are in Argentina. That's a fact.
And India also doesn't have a team that they can really support in a World Cup or anything, so they just resort to the next best option, which is that.
Weedman, insult us all you want. We are still a footballing nation that has a team.
Exactly.
There are Nigerians
and you play against Argentina every World Cup.
Yeah. And we beat them in '96, so that's all that matters. We beat them.
Bro, that was like
we won them when it's matter. We won the gold in '96, so this is what it is. But my thing though is that the Nigerian people will rep Argentina more than the Super Eagles.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Sorry. You didn't just say that you gave up on those quote unquote clowns in '98.
Emotionally, yes, I have.
No.
I know. I emotionally detached myself in '98, but.
Bro, that hangout when you guys lost the final to what was it to Cote d'Ivoire is one of the funniest hangouts ever. You and RDS are just crashing out. It's so funny.
No. Look, okay. Casey, let me pay. If we don't qualify for a 100-team World Cup, Casey, I am officially done. You see, I'm like 80% done. If we don't qualify, Casey, I'm going to apply to be.
Will you become Brazilian?
Antarctica. Wait. Is Antarctica a country?
No.
It's a continent.
It's just a continent.
Bro, who taught geography, man? Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's a continent.
Casey, I keep telling you, my teacher was Peter Brown and he was a racist. So, there you go.
You can learn something from a racist, to be fair.
Did he say America was part of England?
No, he was just a moron and he was fat and overweight. So
how do you view black?
So like that.
Shout out to why not you. Debate didn't end after Messi reached the World Cup final 2014. Ronaldo Portugal Euros, Ronaldo CL3 peats, Messi World Cup. If Ronaldo gets 1,000 goals, it's in.
But I've been fighting with this guy for so long, man. Like
Can we move on?
Why are you fighting with him, bro? Why are you doing this?
Because like at some. Yeah, bad habit.
Honestly,
can we move on?
He's just rage baiting. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's just a rage bait
It's
comment.
rage based right now. Kelvin, since 1984, only 6 La Liga ass titles have not been won by either Real or Barca. The Brazilian Ashley Young has 2 UCLs since VAR, while CR Kelly and Percy.
So who is he? Who is Brazilian Ashley Young?
Are you serious?
Vinny.
That's hilarious.
Brazilian Ashley.
Brazilian Ashley.
That is hilarious.
Have some respect, bro. Have some respect.
Hey, listen,
Kelvin,
it matters.
football before VAR should be counted. Dinosaur shouldn't be counted. Why not? So Casey can now sort of now go on his freaking old man agenda. It all counts.
Yes. Bro, listen, like we can argue that Pele is it doesn't count. Like what Pele did, what
so when Pele was playing against guys that were trying to kill him, that doesn't count. That
I don't know,
doesn't
like,
get
first of all, I need non-black and white videos of that.
See, that's weak.
Bro, you're acting like CR7 by saying that all of his goals count.
Yeah,
because
don't do that. Casey, don't do that.
Casey.
Okay, how many official goals does he have? How many official goals?
I agree with you.
On camera.
Casey, to a certain degree, I agree with you. But then, based on that logic, in 50 years from now, people then are going to say Messi and Ronaldo's goals don't count.
Yeah, sports change. Yeah, that's
no. That's, guys, it is standard. Because we're just living on the time. In 50 years' time, an 18-year-old will view Messi and Cristiano as guys who played in the dinosaur era. 100%. And an 18-year-old in 50 years' time is not going to respect Cristiano and Messi, which is crazy to think.
No, but it's normal with football. Do you respect anyone who played in like 1880s in I don't know England, like who won the first FA Cup?
I respect Joseph Bike, and I don't know about you. I respect.
No, I'm talking about 1880s before. Like it was just an English game at that point. So you don't respect them, right? That's
hey, Casey, I do.
Name 3 players from that era. Name 3
John Smith, Jackie Jacks, and Johnny Shakespeare.
Oh, those are probably the names of the players.
It is probably the shout out to Johnny Shakespeare.
What about Dixie Dean?
Okay, that's a little bit racist. Sorry.
Dixie Dean is from 1930s, I think.
Okay, then I think that they will not rep in 1800s, bro. Then.
So yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah. That's what.
Messi versus CR7 fans are just like religious people, pure worship, no room for balance or perspective. Also, F1.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good.
Say nothing. I'm going to watch it tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. Today, but I've heard good things, and also the director is really good.
No, he directed Maverick also.
Yeah, and Oblivion as well.
Hey, what's up, Eddie?
Hey, what's it? Aloha.
I just needed a hangout to jump into to test like my camera and my mic. So
okay, you're like, all right.
Well, jump in. Have your say.
Wait, so shout out to Albert Cardenas. GOAT criteria: drip, net worth, IG follow count.
Well, Ronaldo doesn't even have good drip though.
Wait, have you seen his Botox lately?
Did you guys see this is unrelated, but did you guys see the picture of Drake?
Yeah, that guy is weird, man.
That's
nonsense.
That's fake.
I don't even want to read that whole thing.
Honestly, he might just have bad genetics. I'm not gonna lie.
wait. So hold on. So you're saying AK, you're saying Cristiano's drip is trash?
No, like bro, compare Cristiano's drip to Benzema's. Benzema has like decent drip.
But come on, like
Cristiano
Benzema
has bad drip.
Honestly, Benzema's doing the whole Tupac gimmicking. It's like, come on, bro, you're like
Messi's autistic. Leave him alone.
Benzema showed up to the Ballon d'Or ceremony as Tupac, like he was acting as.
Oh, who has the
Tupac
best drip?
That was cringe. Like, bro, you're a grown
ass.
What's it called? Barca right back.
Kunde.
Nah.
No, that's pretty good.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Kunde dresses like he's Congolese.
Pogba, amazing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like people who dress like that whole side of fashion that dress like Kunde, I find that shit weird. I'm like, bro, what are you wearing half the time? Like, but then again, I guess everybody has their fashion sense.
What about
Ricardo? How do you rate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's fashion choices?
I think it's on that same.
It's just rich girlfriends thinking that they can make their boyfriend.
Wait, sorry, say that again.
Williams is more like that.
Wait, say that again.
It's along the same lines as Kunde, isn't it?
Yeah, I just think Kunde has like a more European sense. Like I just don't get it. It feels like it's some like 20-year-old like a life phase. when
You
start
think that
dressing.
they're picking their clothes though? Like they definitely have stylists.
No, they definitely have stylists, but I think ultimately
they're also saying something.
No, but they do lean into it too, right? Like I'm pretty sure they add some of their own flavor to it.
No, but I think like if you look at shit like his dad and their cousin and everything, you can see like they've taken a lot of care in their look, and their look is definitely a really big thing. And I think it's actually interesting, like him, his cousin, and their dad, like because they have their whole thing that
Do you
that
know
they're
who's
doing. That's really cool.
underrated in terms of having good drip? Moise Keane has good drip, man.
I want he should focus more on actually finishing, actually being a quality player rather than his drip. But shout out to Dajaref.
Is he from Fiorentina?
Yeah, Fiorentina. Yeah. So religions shun those who leave, kind of cult like. Wait, are you shunned if you're no longer a Christian? But here's the thing, though. Do people? I don't think there's anybody who's left the Cristiano or the Messi cult. You're there for life. Like it's a lifetime.
It's never ending.
I've never had someone who was left to them. Like that calls before.
So some people just take a break from it.
You wait. I don't know if
like
either of them has
like an
crossed,
F1
when he left Madrid.
You wait until one of them crosses 1 billion or 100 billion or however much they're gonna be worth. It's like my goal got to 1 billion before yours. It's never gonna stop.
Shout out to Hamza. The fact that they're even getting aroused over this shows how great Messi is. Like you expected Messi to solo PSG with this lot stupid mother efforts, oxymoronic. Look, as I think because basically AK just said it's putting great advice. At this moment in time, you have to ignore these guys. If this wasn't done after December 18th and guys are still going on, it's going to be never ending. So if it's never ending without any footballing logic, yeah, look, like these guys are
how much time do we have?
We have a lot of time actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because
are we gonna get the
Ricardo,
post-match Red Devil Studio wedding? Like, where's the post-match analysis?
Oh no. So I'm currently editing
emergency hangout.
I'm not. I'm
post-wedding hangout.
No.
There should have been a pre-match analysis and a post-match analysis.
No.
You should in the locker room.
Thoughts on RDS's performance. Thoughts on RDS's performance.
So basically, I think after his honeymoon, he's gonna do like a post.
Did he marry as Red Devil, as Magpies, as Blancos? Like, which one was he?
No, it's not that Spider-Man meme. Which one is it?
Is his last name Studios?
As Studios.
Mr. Studios. Mr. and Mrs. Studios.
No, he's very naive. Basically, he's very Nigerian, and his parents are very Nigerian.
Ola Studio.
Ricardo, shut up, man. Stupid.
Big up.
Shout out to Kelvin, man. CR Kelly and Percy sacrificed Eusebio and Maradona ass for international trophies just for Yamal to surpass their legacies, and has a MILF while Percy has. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that kind of stuff.
That combination of words should not.
Yeah,
be
look. Shout out to basically Yamal. If you're listening, stay away from that lady. She's bad for you.
No, she's doing.
It's what you call it. It's like stocks pump and dump.
Can you just let a 17-year-old crack butt in peace? Like,
exactly. Let him.
Like, why are we cock watching a 17-year-old, bro?
Bro, I swear to you, man, she's taking care of him in better ways than any 17-year-old girl could.
He's living our dream. Let's be honest. When we're 17 and with a semi-formed brain, we'd love to be that situation. But Fabrizio's cock watching, man. That guy's weird.
No, someone sent me a DM. He actually sent a message when he was like 14.
So let him cook.
15.
Let him cook.
Bro, he's getting his dream.
He's manifesting his dreams right now, man.
Hey, look. All right, man. Let it. Do yourself king, young king, man. Hamza, L for Messi losing versus CL Champs playing for fourth place in the US when he actually had a solid second half. Also, that's passed to the cannibal. CR stands being excuses for his creativity since mid-30s.
That is a good point. That is a very good point, yeah.
Oh, no, look. Messi can't run. The guy cannot move. But on a test level, like, bro, that pass, the vision and the way to that pass is something that very few players can even do now. Outside of maybe Yamal or a few guys. If the racist cannibal could actually had a first touch and could control, that's a goal. Messi has an assist. So people forget that it is a team game. And there was he fell over in a few things and everything, but it's like to think that one man with that Tommy Vercetti FC is going to beat the defending champions winners. Come on, get out of here, bro.
It's kind of
Get out of here,
Messi's
bro.
fault though, because he wanted to play with his best friends.
Oh yeah.
So he's bringing in 38-year-old fullbacks, 90-year-old midfielders.
Not to mention
Suarez has gray hairs and all of that.
That's why it can't be taken
if
seriously.
he actually teamed up at Inter Miami with maybe a 29-year-old striker or a 31-year-old striker, maybe those through balls would actually connect.
But my thing is, he's not doing it. Hence why you have to view this as a caveat. This is pure vibes.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my friend. Even though my friend is cooked and he's a racist and he eats people, he's my friend and he's going to
What does that say about Messi, that's one of his boys?
That is a
leave it.
That is a discussion.
What is it? Amigos FC? Amigos FC?
Also,
his passport, Lagos are still fighting for. Okay.
You know, you have to admit that. The
why
most
not? Shout out to why not? Wait. Hold on. Was that? Were you laughing?
Why am I in full screen? Like, come on, I have a shade.
Because no, because I thought you promoted Pan-Africanism and you're laughing at a guy who has constantly been poking fun at the great nation of the green, white, and green.
Shout out to Lady Lugard.
Is the nation actually great?
Shout out Super Pigeons, man.
Well, AK, the slogan says, great nation, greater people. That is our slogan.
Yeah, HH, not gonna lie, you
gotta. The people are great, but
you
the
have
nation.
A colonial
no, it's okay. You know what, AK?
Mr. Hope, you actually have to get a bigger T-shirt, man. You look like a grade 3 with that T-shirt on, man.
And the color.
That shirt is way too tight, man.
No, it's actually basically, you know, it seems this time, but it's actually not that size. Trust me.
It's the color that makes it look like that.
Yeah, bro.
It is. Yeah, no, it's not that size. It's not that size.
Graduating kindergarten, man.
Yeah, explain to me why the nation is great again.
No. Okay, I said I'll meet you halfway. The nation has issues, but the people are the greatest people in the world.
They're very good. I don't know greatest people in the world because I haven't visited the world, but they're definitely good people.
AK, name me a group of people better than Nigerians. Name
from my experience.
Yes.
Shout out to
Ghanaians.
Shout out to Colombians.
AK, stop it. You see, I was going to crack a joke, but I won't. So I'll say.
My most helpful teacher was Colombian. So.
Helpful teacher. Interesting. Shout out to
don't objectify.
Shout out to
I'm just saying that his most helpful teacher was Colombian. Interesting. Shout out to Wanatio. Soon there'll be AI goals. Imagine. What do you mean by AI goals? Do you mean an AI? There's going to be a robot referee very soon. That's happening. But I don't know about AI, but there's going to be an artificial intelligence ref that will actually referee the thing a lot better. Shout out to your boy David T, man. CR7 wants to retire at 65. We'll see. Okay, you know what, David? I'm not even gonna.
Is he lying?
David, I'm not gonna respond to that, bro. I'm not responding to that.
I didn't see you at 7 playing wheelchair football.
He would have conquered all sports then.
Yeah, we're not doing that. So, Mr. Danny T. Okay, what are we doing here? Can Alfredo Hilal beat Man City, or is it going to be an easy job for Man City, who are one of the favorites for this Club World Cup?
If they can keep the score below a 2-goal margin, I'd be impressed. City look dangerous, and it's quite scary how quickly they've changed my opinion of them, because they were cooked for most of last season, and then they end up Manchester City's tragedy or tragic season. They finished third. And that they've improved so quickly, and the signings seem to have bedded in quite well. If they don't win by a 2-goal margin, at least, I'd be shocked. Now, Al Hilal in the group stage have been good, and they have players that we recognize as people who watch European football. But yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Oh, so you expect City to wash over and piss all over Alfredo Hilal? What's it called? Ricardo, did you give Hilal any chance against City?
No, not Manchester City. Respectfully, I think what's Inzaghi gonna really do? If I'm being honest.
Someone in the street said Simone Inzaghi has a plan for Lep.
I think a lot of people are just grabbing what they did against Real Madrid and be like, oh, they can somewhat hang. I mean, that was literally Xabi Alonso's first game with Real Madrid, and that was Al Hilal's first game with Inzaghi. There isn't really too much to take from that. I mean, Real Madrid could have won. They literally missed a penalty at the end. I mean, not to say that it was a Fugazi penalty, but I mean, I'm not saying that there's going to be a mathematic thing that works that, oh, if they did well against Real Madrid, they'll do well against Man City. I just think Man City are probably better drilled right now than Real Madrid. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be more so a professional way that I can see maybe 3-4-1. That's about it.
So does anyone here think Hilal can win, or we're all saying City?
It's of course they can. Like it's
It will
not.
be
It's
the
not
least surprising result to me.
Yeah,
Actually.
Anything can happen, but
let me go on the pizza then to Weedman on this pizza.
Like,
what are you
it's
going to
not-
bet this time?
Okay. First of all, can I just
Okay,
say?
wait, on the pizza. Don't
Are you gonna finger blast HH? Are you gonna finger blast HH?
On this pizza? Don't even make mention of anything and just talk about today. Yesterday,
is that why you went? Is that why you went Miami to
No,
win?
you know yesterday, HH. You know when I heard that yesterday? When I heard that yesterday,
where's the meat spotted? On the pizza, just talk.
Unmute. You know when I heard that yesterday, I just turned off the stream. I'm like, I'm not listening to this, bro.
Okay, first of all, I'm very happy that PSG won. I'm very, very happy about that. I've always been a big PSG fan, so that's always good. And sorry, can you guys hear me, by the way?
Unfortunately,
Yes.
you don't need to speak.
Can you bet again, please? Can you bet again?
Against Real Madrid.
Why can't Al Hilal beat Man City? Like, why can't they? Like, genuinely, like, it's not like we've seen lower level Premier League teams beat City or even lower level Champions League teams beat City. And these guys are actually very, very good. They're a competent team. They have genuinely good players. They have good tactics. It wouldn't be that big of an upset. Like, people are saying it's going to be trashing. Listen, I expect City to win probably 2-1 or 3-1, but it's not this one-sided game people make out to be. And to be honest, I'm at a stage now where I genuinely think, listen, I've changed my AVI for a reason. Anyway, I'm at a stage now where I genuinely think the Saudi League might be better than Serie. Because if we're being honest, is there any Serie team like Al Hilal that would give like Real Madrid a really good game? I mean, did you guys see Juve against City? It was pathetic.
Yeah, that was no. But see, I am keeping a very close eye on Fluminense.
Didn't Inter Milan beat Barcelona?
Yes, they did.
And then Weidman, what happened? No, Weidman, that happened. But Weidman, what happened in the UCL final when they beat Barca? What happened in the UCL final?
Okay,
I think they got shanked in jail.
Do you think McTominay would be the best player in the Saudi league? Just curious.
No.
Very good question.
That's actually a good question. I have no argument against that.
That's a very good rebuttal.
But Lukaku
looks
like a number 10 in that league, man.
So we're saying that Scott McSauce is the de facto best player in Serie.
Yes,
he actually is.
Casey,
he won the MVP.
We won the MVP.
He literally won the MVP.
No, you're lying. He didn't win the MVP.
He did. He is Serie A player.
You know what's the spookiest thing, right?
What did you think? That was a joke?
HH, you know what's the spookiest thing, right? Saudi, they took arguably one of the best midfielders in Milinkovic-Savic. They took one of the best managers in Inzaghi. The Saudi can take players from the Serie A.
Wait, HH, you didn't know this whole time?
Yeah, bro. It's been 3 weeks since the end of the season.
Wait, HH, when we all said it to you, did you think we were joking?
Yes.
He's at 96 power.
MVP.
Insane.
I have a question. So does he have the same number of MVPs as a certain guy from Argentina?
I'm not sure.
Same MVPs as Allen Iverson.
Wait, Casey, not scary. They're for the same team, I think.
Yes. So you tell me like he has equal Maradona's legacy?
No. Look, Inter better not lose. And I mean, Inter Milan, they better not lose, bro. Because that's bro, Juve are getting shanked by Real Madrid. They're going to get shanked.
I don't know about that.
But
Casey, Casey, lights. Okay, Casey, okay. Or are you saying that they won't get chance, or are you saying that you think that they can beat Real Madrid? What do you say?
No, I don't think they can beat, but I think it's gonna be like 2-1 Real Madrid, something around across those lines.
Casey, those clowns that I saw against City, if they play like
But it
that
was a
and
beating,
Real
though.
are on their game,
No, but it was
Vinny could drop 8-2 or a 3. And also, is Gotbape available for the game?
Bro, we don't need
Yes,
that guy.
advantage,
We have
advantage.
Garcia.
Yeah,
Garcia's
they
our guy.
pumped his
Okay.
anus and they got everything
What?
wrong with him out.
Okay, Ricardo, you can relax.
That's what happened.
Okay, let's not do this of like, we don't need Mbappe anymore. Like Garcia's not. Garcia is good and everything, but
sell Mbappe to Barcelona specifically.
Everyone still needs daddy. Madrid still needs daddy right now. So daddy is still needed.
So you can go trophyless?
Wait. Hey, Chich, is he your daddy?
Wait, hold on. What's it called? So Slade, talk to me. So Hilal against the and do you think there could be any upsets for this upcoming games?
Nah. Honestly, the only upset that I can really see, I don't really know if Monterrey beating Dortmund is an upset because we know how Dortmund are. But honestly, I feel like Palmeiras beating Chelsea is more likely than like Fluminense beating Inter.
Slade, Palmeiras are not. They're not beating. Like,
wait, who is it that lost in the group stages to Botafogo? Who Palmeiras just beat? Jog my memory. I haven't been watching this tournament very much, so if you could if anyone in the genuinely jog my memory, that would be very helpful.
Slade, let me lay some.
They lost to Flamengo.
Let me lay some facts right now. Your boy Jao P Dro is on his way. So Dro is on his way because Bangers and Liam Bangers and Mash may not.
Bro, you bought another bum, man. Like Jesus Christ, you bought another fake Brazilian.
Liam Bangers and Mash may so Slade. My thing is that we should be expecting a Chelsea City Club World Cup semi if things go to plan.
And then what happens after that?
No, Slade, can I respond? Slade, what happened in Slade, what happened in 2021 UCL final? What happened?
Oh my god.
Bro, this guy.
What happened in every single other Chelsea
I think Havertz had a 1v1 and then he did like.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you one question?
Casey, you can ask me anything. I may have open.
Since that final, how many games has Chelsea won against City? And it was in 2021.
I think they lost every match.
No, Casey. Let me
it's a simple no.
Casey, so I can't remember who did the long ball.
I said since.
No.
Casey,
since I'm responding. So Torres.
It was Mason Mount.
And I think it was Busquets that was chasing him.
Ramirez that played
and then Busquets was unable to catch him. Torres went around Valdez and then through, and then that was what still secured Beth. And I think it was we had 10 men.
You a simple question.
Casey, it was in the Camp Nou. It was in the Camp Nou, and then we stopped you from potentially going back to back, and we reached the final.
Lord have mercy. I'm asking you a simple question, bro. Since 2021, how many games have you won against City?
Casey, in life. No, Casey, I'm responding. Casey, in life, we have to live. And we have to try and just focus. Because Casey, the key thing is that as long as we just focus, we can
9 losses, 2 draws.
Thank you.
9 losses, 2 draws since
Casey, Casey,
yeah,
ignore what
Danny,
Casey, ignore Casey, Casey, you asked me. You didn't ask him. You asked me, and Casey, I'm responding to you.
Yeah, okay.
Casey, let's take each game as it comes. Casey, we'll have Palmeiras. We're trying to sort that out. We expect to see City in the semis. And Casey, my thing is that maybe we'll be underdogs, but Casey,
we're due for a win. That's the answer. We're due for a win. 9 losses and 2 draws.
Braunschweiger due for a win against Bayern. It's not going to happen.
Casey, you know specifically that we are that good club because you knew that specifically in 2020.
It was like 13 years ago, bro. Like I couldn't even grow a beard at that time. Like relax, bro.
Okay, wait. Okay,
so is due for exercise. He's not going to do it.
So Casey, you're saying so whatever happens in the past should just be ignored. Is that what I'm saying right now?
Yeah, but it happened 13 years ago or 4 years ago. Yes, yeah.
Oh, so when October 1st rolls around, we should not celebrate our independence from the evil British Empire because it's happening.
What does that have to do with that? Like, no, we're talking about like what.
No. You're saying that what happens in the past is irrelevant. 2012 will always live.
No, but
09
no.
will always live when you paid a referee to
No.
throw the freaking game.
Okay. Using
are
hold
you
on.
comparing-
Okay. Using basic Bayesian inference, like the past only matters like if you have.
Oh,
Like,
Charles Miguel, my birthday is October 4th. I turned 20 this year, October 4th.
I think Gandhi's birthday is on October 2nd. Oh, is October 1st? I know.
Hey,
Yeah,
no
it's
one,
on that.
no one wants like that, but continue though, Casey.
Yeah, but like, bro, like if you want to say like you beat them like 1 or 2 years ago, okay, I understand. Like, but like the team you beat them with like 4 years ago, like I don't think you have a single player from that team, right?
Casey.
Wait, that's
we
actually
are
true.
no.
James,
We are
Reece
rebooting.
Oh, okay, Reece James.
Reece
Sorry.
James.
Yeah, only Reece is there.
Reece.
No, come on.
What if it's 1-0 to Chelsea, but Esteval scores an own goal? What are we saying then?
Slade, I'll tell you what we're saying.
No, but I'm asking a simple question. Like, based on what you think, first of all, like, we don't even know if you're gonna beat Palmeiras or like City are gonna beat. Who could they face if they beat Al Hilal?
Inter or Fluminense.
Fluminense.
Oh yeah, so we don't even know that.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. So
So
Casey, so we're having your record saying that Palmeiras are going to beat Chelsea. That's what's.
No, I'm not saying that. No. I'm not. I think you'll beat Palmeiras.
Oh, sure.
But I think Pep will wipe the floor with you if he reaches.
Wipe the floor.
Yeah.
Wait, Casey, with who? A Norwegian treat trunk.
Didn't he score? No. In the last game.
Wait.
What happened in the last
An Egyptian called Moosh.
No. Remind me what happened in the last game. Remind me what he did in the last game versus Chelsea.
Casey, is your money on City overall, or is it on PSG?
Oh, PSG. I think PSG are the best team, without a doubt.
No.
PSG are not going to win the Champions League and the Club World Cup back to back. That's not happening, bro.
Why not?
Why not? Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait. Hold on. No, the winner is gonna. No, here's it. The winner, I think, is gonna be City Real. It's out of those teams. No. Wait, I said no. City Real.
Guys, you guys, everyone here always says.
Hold on. On this
Everyone here always says Madrid.
Undefeated?
Sorry, real quickly. Everyone always says Madrid don't lose finals. So what are we saying if Madrid plays PSG in a final?
Oh, that's a good thing.
You only don't lose Champions League
They
finals.
can't.
You lose
They're
final
facing
last
them
month.
They literally lost
They
two
just lose
finals
the
to
final last
Barcelona.
They
we don't-
can't.
we
They
lose
can't
finals.
face
We
them.
lose
They
finals.
can't face each other. They're on the same side of the bracket.
Oh no,
They
yes.
only face Man City or Chelsea in the final.
It'd be a
Wait,
semi-final.
I know the guys. They're not beating.
I'm telling you, Pep is.
AK, grab the mic. AK, grab the mic.
Pep
AK, grab the mic.
Pep is taking
AK,
his
grab
all
the
the
mic and
things
talk
you have
over
said
him
about-
right now. Talk over him. AK.
So what's the question again?
The question is, do you think Alfredo Hilal can do something against Lep? And do you think that there could be any shocks for the upcoming games coming up?
No. I think City beat them quite easily. I don't know if you've watched the clips of Cherky warming up with Phil Foden, man. Phil Foden seems to turn into this F2 freestyle, trying all these skill moves just to like fucking.
He's not that guy. He's not that guy.
He's trying to impress Cherky so much, man. It's so funny. But
he should impress his kids. Yeah, continue. We're saying. AK is talking. AK is talking.
I think I think they beat Al Hilal easily. I think the shock is gonna be Dortmund will lose to Monterrey. I think Monterrey.
So we're saying that's the shock. Monterrey beating Dortmund.
Yeah, it's freaking Monterrey, man. Come on. So
HH, name me a player for Monterrey apart from Sergio Ramos.
Gonzalez Sergio Madalas.
You could have just said Hernandez. You could have said this Hernandez.
AK is talking. AK has a mic. AK is talking. AK is talking.
But if I do tongue clicks,
Ricardo, I'll throw you out.
Tongue clicks on Orlando Pirates.
Ricardo, I'll throw you out. Ricardo, this is a dictatorship. I'm called. My name is Half Hussein. AK, continue.
On Chelsea. I'm gonna be viewing Chelsea closely against Palmeiras, man. I'm gonna be seeing.
Also, so guys, people who say Chelsea are relevant, AK just spends $180 to go and watch the greatest
I
Chelsea
went-
Football Club. So for all of you
went
people
to-
say that are irrelevant, AK out of his own hard-earned money spent $180 to go and watch Chelsea live.
Did you watch the
Well,
and you claim that Chelsea relevance? AK,
No, sorry.
please
Which
go.
game did you watch? Which game did you watch?
No, I'm going to the Chelsea Palmeiras game.
Is it 180?
Not 180. It was like 140. I don't know why. I
Bro,
said
that's a
that.
lot, man. Like,
That's a
tickets
lot.
are
What
like
the hell?
$30.
Wait.
Is it?
Where are you sitting? Where are you sitting?
How is it? Okay, wait, hold up. It's Chelsea. That's what.
Oh no, but no,
I'm
I think
sitting
it's
a
because
bit
of Pal-
closer than
it's because of
overall.
Palmeiras. It's because of Palmeiras because there are a lot of
Yeah,
presidents
that-
and
yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I think.
Wait. So okay. So are you like in the neutral part, or are you with certain fans?
Hey, check if there's any Brazilian baddies. By the
I'm
way.
in the neutral part. I'm in a neutral part.
He's with the Brazilian baddies.
Wait,
I hope-
AK,
I hope-
beware of the English teeth.
He's gonna want to pay double after he sees
I'm
them.
just kidding, man. I think I'm gonna be viewing Chelsea very closely. I'm gonna be seeing if these guys actually are a big club in America. Let's see how many Chelsea fans come.
They're not a big club.
Where's the game?
Yeah, Philadelphia.
They're not a big club outside of London, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, bro. Like, what? You can see the crowds in the
Wait, so hold on.
North Carolina.
Is the final in the Rose Bowl? Where's the final?
It's MetLife.
MetLife.
They're doing like a test
New
run for
Jersey.
next year.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
a horrible stadium.
semifinals and
That is a
finals
horrible.
are
It's a
both.
terrible stadium.
No.
Horrible.
Also, can you Infantino, you need to sort out this whole lightning stuff, bro. Because you can't be having like
A
bro.
2-hour weather delay.
Seriously, do you know how much that? So I was in shut up. So basically, I was in Newcastle.
They should let it when Real Madrid plays.
Ricardo,
Just
can
let the
you
lightning
just
strike.
shut
I'm not gonna lie.
So now I'll just talk over this dude. So basically, the Chelsea Benfica thing. That's when I was still in Newcastle. So I had to get an early morning train from Newcastle to King's Cross. Do you know that? So literally, I hardly slept because I had to stay up for the Chelsea Benfica game, then wake up super early in the morning, eat some salmon and scrambled eggs that gave me diarrhea. And I had diarrhea all the way on the train trip. And you don't need to know what happened when I finally got back.
And
into
you
the
made and you
crib.
made
I
and
am
you
not
made
going
the
to
lives
go
of
into
Wait,
Too much
wait,
sharing.
wait,
Too much
you made the
sharing.
lives of people on that train.
as I said, Imodium lives. Imodium lives. That thing is
Can I continue? Wait,
basically, no. Basically, if you're African or you visit Africa, Imodium is literally it will save your life, bro.
It'll save your life.
bro, seriously, if you eat like mama put pandem egusi eba and you don't have Imodium and you're non-African, your stomach will turn into a leprechaun, a literal leprechaun.
Wait, can I continue?
So before you go, side note, my Ethiopians and my Eritreans, Sakla, wow, quality meal, like I'll show it on the vlog when I do the vlog, freaking amazing. Again, not as good as Suya, but bloody good, bro. My Eritreans and Ethiopians.
You gotta try tips next time you go to the Ethiopian.
Can you bring up
Tips is
that Cardoso's comment, please?
You know what? You know, people just need to just relax, bro. People just need to relax, man. People just need to relax. AK, sorry, continue. AK, continue.
Yeah, I do think you will beat Palmeiras, but I think City have way too much for you. I think Holland is gonna score about a couple goals. I could see Cherky running the show. Foden might get a goal. I could see you losing like 4-1 to City. I can't lie.
Yeah.
4-1?
We've heard 4-1 3 times now, so it's not gonna happen. Something crazy is gonna happen now.
People are being completely delusional. What is this?
I'll be
City hype
different.
all
I'll say
this
4-0.
minute?
No, it's not. It's not
Thank
City.
you,
It's a Chelsea crap. It is a
Yeah,
Chelsea crap.
Chelsea are not great.
Chelsea and City are not even that far apart. Like, what did they finish? 2 points
No,
apart
but-
in the Premier League?
No, they finished like 6-7 points behind. Right?
Okay, Casey, lie to me and tell me that you're not jealous of Kai's baby.
No, I'm not. No.
Wait, hey, Chich, you
You
missed
can't
this
name
Palmeiras
your one
game.
good
How
player
much
and
better
ask
is
other
Perry
people
than
to
Kai's
jealous.
baby?
Bro, they're different players. Like you're comparing a CM with a
Yeah,
TM.
sure.
Oh my
It doesn't matter that you have Kai's baby because you have Delap up front
And you have what's his name? Cole Palmer.
AK,
and Madueke and
AK.
Neto and Jackson.
Okay, I don't think okay. Try
And
you're getting kittens. And you're getting kittens.
AK, try and AK, try and listen for words. That's number 9 is not being won by
who's the goalkeeper?
British lap dancer, bro.
And you have Badiashile. And you have Raul Sanchez.
Can you tell me if Sanchez is starting in goal?
HH, what is the topic we're talking about?
Oh, Moneymail is also, yeah.
Yeah, I just joined.
No. So the topic is when next will Arsenal win when will Arsenal win their first UCL? That's the topic.
Well, considering we signed Christian Norgard and Kepa, I'd say this season. So.
Wait, hold up. Have you secured Benjamin Tesco?
No, Tesco's gonna come in soon, man. Listen, we're cooking right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Tesco is not that. I don't think that the Swedish Nunes guy is actually all the hype that he's getting.
No, so basically, what's it like?
Wait, Casey, you did say Swedish Nunes.
Yeah. What's his name? Goikarez.
I agree with that.
Did you just call him Goikarez?
Yeah, whatever his name is, I don't know, man. Like I just call
Goik.
Get slapped.
Yeah,
no, slap him up.
I'll give him a bro.
No, next time when you're doing Scandinavian names, I'm gonna listen very carefully.
Okay.
I'm gonna listen very.
Actually, that's wrong because I'm gonna say that. What is your real name? So I see whether I can pronounce your real name because I'm really good at pronouncing names from foreign lands.
I mean, you did call Abu Dhabi Abu Dhabi.
I did call him.
You called him Abu Dhabi Abu Dhabi.
I got Abu Dhabi. So, by the way, what shocks do you see happening? People say that Inter going to get bent over by the Brazilian Fluminense.
Yeah, but that's not a shock though. So I don't think you can call that a shock. It's Inter Milan.
So you're saying that if Fluminense beats Inter, that's not a shock. That's all we're at right now.
No,
Jesus.
If you can draw to 40-year-old Sergio Ramos, then you can draw to anybody. So,
and also, weren't they struggling against Urawa, Gohan, and Gogoku?
Yeah,
they were losing to Urawa,
Gohan. That's borderline xenophobic. Like.
No, Money Miss, just grab them. Just keep talking, Money Miss. Keep talking.
Listen, in terms of shocks, I mean, it would be weird to see if Palmeiras can beat. Is it Palmeiras playing Chelsea next?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, Bob.
Thank you. That's what I said.
That would be a bit of a shock. Like, imagine Estevao scoring like a hat trick against Chelsea.
Bro, he's on 0-0-4 right now. Estevao is 0-0-4 right now.
So
okay. I've seen him play. He's a pretty good player.
So you think Palmeiras can beat Chelsea?
I mean, they will do what most Brazilian teams have done. They'll defend hard. They'll be very physical, and then they'll give it to their best players, hoping that they can impact in difficult moments. But the problem with Club World Cup, I think it's a bit routine sometimes.
So, Final Four, do you think that the Final Four will be all European teams, or do you think there will be at least one non-European team in the Final Four?
Can I see the bracket?
All right, I'm going to bring up the bracket right now. Hold on.
I don't think it'll be all four. I think someone will disappoint, but I'm trying to figure out who.
Chelsea.
Why the hates, man? Knockout stage. All right, so
they're the worst.
Right.
Wait, the only non-European team we might see is Palmeiras.
What the freak? Sorry. There we go.
Oh, Fluminense can still beat what's his name?
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Yeah, but then they'll get knocked out by City.
So for people who are listening, so Palmeiras play Chelsea in one quarter. Inter Fluminense. So it's Inter Fluminense and City Al Hilal in one thingy. PSG. So PSG play Bayern in the other one, and Real. So basically, if we're going to assume, it should be a Real PSG at one semi and City Chelsea in another semi. Or could Palmeiras say something?
I'm not going to lie.
Even if Monterrey beats Dortmund,
two shocks.
The semifinals aren't on the same day. Okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty common.
How they normally do it.
They never are. They never are. Even at
I know, but
AJ, am I weird for thinking Al Hilal could beat Man City?
You're not weird. I don't think it will happen, but I don't think that's too crazy.
Because I'm not going to lie, I think that Juventus game has gassed up Man City a bit too much. They're still not clicking into fully gear. I watched that Al Ahly game in the first game they played at the Club World Cup. They should have drawn that game. The City were not good. Like, don't let Juventus and the Serie A teams fool you into thinking that City have clicked
Wait,
into gear.
how come everyone seems to assume that PSG will beat Bayern? By the way, like when did this happen?
They're beating Bayern. PSG beating Bayern.
No, it's a tough game.
No, like it's going to be a tough game, but they beat them. They'll beat them.
I'm not gonna lie, I could see Al Hilal beating Man City. Like Al Hilal are not a bad team, you know. Like,
no, they're not. But
I watch them play, they're a pretty good team.
No, I think City will. I think it's like a 2-1. I think that's like it's a 2-1. You see, for me, like so again, do we see a non-European team in the semis? It'll be pretty tricky.
It's gonna be tough.
It'll be tough.
But if it's gonna be somebody to mess up, it's gonna be Chelsea.
No, I think the most likely to F up, as we saw in that game against Benfica, it was Chelsea.
But look, if City lose, then
oh no, that you see.
That's
here's
open.
the thing: if City lose, it opens everything up.
Yeah.
Because if City lose, I don't assume Inter will make it all the way. Basically, if let's say Palmeiras beats Chelsea and Al Hilal beats City, we're getting a non-European team in the final. For sure,
be good
100%.
for the tournament.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's what I want. We're getting on your.
Can I ask the panel a question? So this is something I've been wondering and I've been asking people. Has this tournament made you guys more curious, if you didn't already, to watch maybe the Brazilian league or certainly not MLS, but maybe the league,
Saudi
league or anything?
honestly, yeah.
No. Saudi League and Brazil and South American leagues, yeah. Not. I'm never watching.
If you're
MLS.
not watching the Brazilian league, I don't know what you're doing.
But that's the quick thing. I think the biggest win for this Club World Cup has been the Brazilian league, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Like people who watch us have been like, win or lose, they have acquitted themselves very, very well. So I think that for a lot of people, like, you see, in an ideal world, it's. I wish that, let's say, in Europe was like Nigeria. So basically,
What about
in Nigeria,
New Zealand?
No, just say basically in Nigeria we have this thing called DSTV where you can pretty much watch almost any league on there. So I wish there was an app where you have access to any league, so you can watch like past games and everything.
There's a way you can watch Brazilian league games for free.
Well, there's a way to watch everything for free.
Is this the IPTV thing?
It's what's more convenient.
Hold on. AK.
Is a VPN legal to say on this channel?
VPNs are legal, so it's not. You can.
If you just have a VPN, tune into Brazil. There's a YouTube channel that streams all of them for free.
What? HH. You see, like the Brazilian teams. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked the Brazilian teams have been entertaining, because if you actually saw the Brazilian league this season, it's been very entertaining.
No. But it's not. No, we're not entertaining. It's how difficult they've made it for European teams. Like let's be real. 100 million is a reason why. What's it called? Flamengo lost to Bayern. 100 million. That's Flamengo can't put down. 100 million was the reason why they lost. So my thing we knew that just as it's how difficult they've made it for this European team. So I think if, let's say, you're a football fan and you've watched this and you're like, these Brazilian teams are actually pretty damn good. And even like my big bro who's been really into the tournament, he's been like, look, these Brazilian guys, man, look how well that these guys have played and how well they played against the
I like their style of play, bro. They shoot from anywhere. It's a very different style.
It's more tactically free. That's why it's more entertaining.
They used to be on Paramount Plus for some reason. Like it's
it's true. Yeah, there was on Paramount Plus. No, but it's true. Like,
can I say go ahead.
So again, like, now comes you down. See, I've always said, look, I respect what PSG are and how they play. I'm just not a fan of that style. But when you just look at the way the Brazilian teams play and everything, that is a lot more direct, a lot more riskier. Because if you look at PSG, it's almost like, like that guy on FIFA who is just spamming the X button. It's basically just like X triangle square.
That's more City than PSG.
No, City doesn't play like that anymore. Like
PSG is more free than City for sure.
No. But when even when you look at City and PSG, it's still a heavily passing game. But when you look at the Brazilian sides, it's a lot more. Let's try and go forward. Let's go and
But that's
and it's a
more
lot
linked
more
to the money
athletic
within
and
the
it's a lot
game.
more intense.
But that's more linked towards like how much money there is in the game, because European football costs so much when you win. Teams are going to try and be overly tactical to try and maximize the win, which then takes away from the entertainment because we're not actually seeing the best
They're
version.
risk adverse.
They have bums like Vinny and Rafinha. That's why they're trash.
But when you go to the South American League,
the fingers in Brazilian.
Actually, no, hold on. But on that point, though, so let me come to my next, then I'll come to Danity. So, Monomates, should there now be a push for there to be more home-based Brazil players in the national team to actually make them better, rather than trying to focus on, hey, he plays for Real Madrid, hey, he plays for Europe, let's put him in there, and that's not what's happening. So,
I think there should be more of a push for South American talents to stay longer in South America, because I think that's what makes them great. They can move to Europe at any point they want to, but the reason why Riquelme is such a great player is because Riquelme didn't run off to Benfica at the age of 15. No, he stayed at Boca Juniors for a long time, learned how to play the Argentinian way, played in that style, and then he goes off to Villarreal when he's established. Dino goes off to PSG when he's somewhat established.
Alvarez in recent times, I would say Alvarez was 20.
Enzo at the River for like
even when you go further forward, Aguero was at Independiente for quite a while in their youth academy system. I just think the problem is South American players move so soon that they end up playing the European style so early. Like,
but see, this is key. That money aspect is key. Man.
No, I don't know, but like there is a lot of money.
If you can get that, because here's the thing, you tomorrow is not promised. You don't know. Massive injury. You have a really bad season. If you can get this life-changing contract now at 15, 16, rather than wait until you're 2021.
Isn't the money in Brazil like a newfound thing?
Yeah, like HH, Manchester United bought Garnacho at 14. Like Garnacho.
No, Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, from Atletico Madrid, because Atletico Madrid snatched him away from Argentina.
Yeah. I thought Garnacho was born in Spain.
But he was eligible to play for Argentina. In an ideal world, Garnacho should have been playing in a Spanish or Argentinian academy up until the age of 18, 19, 20. He would have been a much better player. But because he runs off to England, age 13, 14, he then learns a different style of football than what he should be learning, and then that takes away from him as a player. Like, because England don't really cater for flary, technical-based wingers. England, they don't really have that.
Neymar is a good example. Everyone in the chat is saying it. Neymar,
yeah,
best example.
Yeah, Neymar did the exact right thing staying in Santos. Real Madrid really wanted him. Chelsea wanted to try and sign him, but he made the right decision staying in Santos. These South American talents need to understand that playing in the South American League is the best thing for their careers, because it teaches them so much about how to play football. And those early years where you can be more free and more expressive, where you're not going to be told, pass the ball here, pass the ball there.
But let me ask you a quick question. I'll come to you. If you were to tell this 15-year-old, you have a choice. Stay in Brazil and fully form your Brazilian way of playing so you never lose that score when you go into Europe, or end this amazing check right now playing for Real, Barca or Bayern as a 15-year-old. What choice do you think most guys will choose? And what do you think their family will advise of them to choose?
They'll choose the big contract, but in reality, you should actually stay. Because if you stay and then you leave to go to Europe, you can make more money in the future.
That's the ideal, and it's really easy to think that. But like, if you're coming from a favela or just poor, if someone throws those hundreds of thousands a week in your face, like if you're Endrick, of course stay, and you might have been a better striker. But like, bro, they're coming with the Brinks truck to your house.
Yeah, what if you get injured and your career
really
ends?
In that point.
But then,
it's
at
really
a certain
difficult
point, someone has to take that risk and stay to become the better player.
No, I wouldn't put it on the players, and I think people are right when they point at Neymar. Neymar's the inflection point here because and you can look at Real Madrid. There's the famous meme of like Perez running through the streets of Brazil trying to get every little Brazilian kid that he can. He said, "Never again,
F-top.
never again am I going to lose to Barcelona." So the way that they're doing it is they're going younger and younger. They're signing players before they're legally allowed to leave Brazil. I think you have to be 18 before you can join.
No, but you know it's not. It's also the fact that the clubs themselves they
need the money.
understand. They need the money. They understand too. Look, I can keep Endrick. There's 60 million right now guaranteed leaving at the age of 18. If he develops and has become a world beater, maybe I could get 120 when he turns 21. But what if he doesn't? That's
It's a gamble, and is it worth the gamble?
Yeah, because the problem is that these kids would have been 18, 19 in a realistic world, ripping up the South American leagues, and they would have been 50, 60 million to
wait, quickly. So, Daniel, that I want to hear from Ricardo, then I'll come to you, KKC.
No,
Daniel, go first.
I just want to make the quick point that if you look at someone like R9 didn't go straight to Barcelona. He didn't go straight to a Real Madrid. There was a way, a place before the place, basically. So he went to PSV. They're not even getting a chance. Like Endrick isn't going to a PSV or a Feyenoord or some place that would develop him and his skill. He's going straight, diving headfirst into Real Madrid, which is the worst place to go. Esteval, well, maybe it's not the worst place to go, but it's definitely a pressure-filled place. And you have to be someone like Vinicius to just hit the ground and be fortuitous and all of that. Esteval's not going to, you name it. He's going straight to Chelsea, and Chelsea eats you up quick. Pause. So it's difficult. Dino, another case, he didn't go straight to Barca. There was a stop at PSG, and PSG at that time was the PSG of today. So the financial imperative for the big clubs is causing them to go after Brazilian players younger, and then it's all the points that Money Mace and Ricardo have already outlined.
So Ricardo, just try and give us from the South American perspective, specifically for the players, is do you think these players see the benefits of developing and keeping their South American identity within the leagues, or do you think that they don't really understand that and their focus is, I can earn this money now, rather than play the gambling game of like, oh, what if I can do this in 3 first, but 3 and 4 that's not promised. So are they like, no, I want this contract now, or do they see the benefits of like, no, I trust my talents, but it's very important to maintain my identity. So when I finally do leave, I can still benefits of what Neymar have of spending good few years in Brazil and still keeping that identity when I go to Europe, rather than losing it by leaving too early.
To be honest, with the amount of money that's in the Brazilian league, I don't genuinely think they care if it ends up being a net positive for the national team. I just think like, what does, if you think about it, if you're Palmeiras, for example, who just sold Esteval and Endrick, if you are running that club, your success, the club success is based on what the club accomplishes, not what the national team accomplishes, right? So for them, it's kind of like, what the fuck do I care about how Esteval or Endrick ends up playing in Europe? He did great for us. We did a turnover with him. Whatever happens to him after that, that's not our problem. So if he ends up being one of the best players in the world, just like Vinicius was for Real Madrid, but do you think like when Vinicius goes to the national team, do you think anybody's pointing fingers at Flamengo? No, it has nothing to do with anything. With Rodrigo at Santos, no, it doesn't have like, I don't think these Brazilian clubs really care. Obviously, like they want the national team to do good because it reflects good on their league. But if the national team is not really bringing players from their league to the national team, why would they care about the success of the national team, right? A lot of the guys they're bringing in, they're playing in Europe. Now, I get it. The idea is that, well, if you play in Europe, you're playing at a high level. The international game has all the players of the highest level, so let's bring our highest quality players who so happen to be playing in Europe. I don't disagree with that train of thought. I think the national team has many issues. I think it's just more so. Maybe you could say it's a lack of talent. Although I disagree because I think you would line up all the talents from across the world in their nation. Brazil is still up there with amongst the very best. Are they definitively number one? No. Are they top three? Probably not. But they have talent. I just think the managerial cycles they've been put through the last few guys or whatever has been horrendous. I think maybe I'll be honest. I think a lot of people, when they talk about Brazilian football, not to say that I know, I just think nobody really knows how to fix this issue thus far. Is it a talent issue? I don't know. Are we too reliant on Neymar? Maybe. Is the manager competent enough? Sure. Is there an identity crisis where, we need to play quote unquote the Brazilian way? But the reality is, it's like the Brazilian way may not exist anymore. It hasn't adapted. It's got left behind because football has changed. So what do you have to do? Europeanize your philosophy? Maybe, but do Brazilians want to accept that? Probably not. Hence why you got someone like Ancelotti, just because he had success with Brazilian players in Real Madrid. Will it work? I don't know. They haven't been good since Cheech left. And to be fair, Cheech wasn't like if you look at his record, actually, like he wasn't even a bad manager. He was the best coach like Brazil had in a very long time. Sure, it wasn't the most entertaining. It was very dependent on Neymar, but defensively they had structure. Midfield they were solid. It was just Neymar and like the occasional Fred, Joe, and then whoever the hell was relevant alongside him. But to be fair, like yeah, but like
the occasional Fred and Joe.
Yeah, but like to be fair, under Cheech, like Brazil were actually a good team. Like they were good. But look, they got rid of him thinking they would get better results or build off him, and it hasn't been the case. It hasn't been the case. So I think I think it's like I don't know. I don't think the Brazilian clubs really have the idea like, hey, well, let's service our players so our national teams do good. I don't think
it's about making money, bro.
Yeah, and there's a lot of money right now in the league. Right now, the Brazilian league is the Premier League of South America. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of betting companies that are invested into that league, specifically with the clubs. So I don't think these betting companies at the same time.
It's an arm race between those teams as well. So
yeah,
if you're Palmeiras, you need to keep up with Botafogo. He needs to keep up with Santos. He needs to keep up with whoever the teams is. So
you know what it kind of is. It's kind of like the way I see it, right? There was I probably wasn't alive, but there was a time in European football where, like Daniel says, like there was an arms race. Whoever reaches the top and stamps their flag down, they're gonna be on top for like however long it's sustained, right? I think this is the case now with Brazilian football because there's so much money being pumped into it. Like they're just trying to remain king, and right now the most successful teams have been Flamengo and Palmeiras. Now, that doesn't mean like Santos can having a resurgence or any other team in that league. But right now, it's kind of just like establishing who are going to be the household names 20 years from now. Like the same way Real Madrid, the Barcelonas, Manchester United was. Like it's kind of how we said before, the Italian teams, like especially like AC Milan, they didn't capitalize on the social media, that big ass boom. And now look at them now. They're kind of like not revered as they were in the 90s.
Casey, talk to me.
Can I take after Casey?
Yeah. I used to. So in 2023, I used to watch some Brazilian football because it was on Paramount Plus. Again, but it's not my cup of tea. I like my football like more like passing based because that's just
I know.
that's what I like.
I know. Data analysis.
No, it's not data. No, it's just passing
based.
Why do you attack Casey all the time, man?
You need Tesh to pass the ball.
No. Yeah. He's the key ops against the war on Tesh, and we are winning this war on Tesh.
But you're not winning it. No, but there is. I mean, again, like football is not for me, but like there's one good thing about Brazilian football, which is like it is a lot. It is a lot more unpredictable than European football. I think they have a new winner like almost every year. If Ricardo, please correct me if I'm wrong. And it's the same.
I'm pretty sure the team that won the league were like in the relegation zone for like.
Yeah. And I think in the same with the Continental Cup also. I know it has been like Brazil based, but before that it was River Plate who did like a 3-peat or a 4-peat under Gallardo. So it is. I will give you that. Like it is a lot more there's a lot more competition in those leagues compared to Europe because like. Let's be honest, like Prem is basically farmed by Liverpool and City. But La Liga is Barca. Yeah, La Liga is Barca and Real. Serie A, I mean, it's too ass to like even compete for. And PSG and Bayern, like they dominate their respective leagues. And that's where I think Brazilian football it shines out, because like if you like that kind of like continuous attack from the wings, and you like the unpredictability, yeah, you will love it. I'm telling you, it's pretty awesome. Like, but I do think like there is a chance that they will have more money to keep their players, because Ricardo pointed out like a lot of money is being invested in the league. So hopefully, like within like the next decade and a half, you might see a resurgence of your Palmeiras in the Intercontinental Cup and the Club World Cup. Like they will compete with the European teams at that level. Like they will start beating them as they used to, by the way. Like in the 70s and 80s. Like in the 80s,
and
the
60s.
best. Yeah, 60s, 80s. Almost all the best teams were like
Benfica
Argentine and
against
Brazilian.
Santos, one of the famous games.
Yo, but Santos were like 60s. It's 80s.
I know, but like that's like Pele at his peak when they beat Benfica.
What's AK? Talk to me.
I'll be honest, man. Like from what I see, bro, it's just very much like I don't see the talent. Like I know, shout out to the clubs. They're performing well. They're doing really well, but I just don't think the national team has the talent required. And even the talent required, for one reason or the other, they're not playing well for the national team.
Okay, Casey. No, sorry, AK. You agree with me, Casey? Sorry, AK. Every midfielder I've seen for the Brazilian team in this tournament is 5 times the player that Joseph Linton is, bro. AK, Joseph Linton starting and wearing a Brazil jersey, that is a cardinal sin.
But are they better than Bruno Guimaraes though? They're not. Let's stop this. Bruno Guimaraes is not. They're not better than Bruno Guimaraes.
Here, let's name like the Brazilian players. So, like for Flamengo, the double pivot is Jorginho, who plays for Italy, and Pulga, who plays for Chile. Gerson is a midfielder, and he's been called up as well. So, okay, him. Palmeiras, who is their double pivot? Richard Rios, who's Colombian, who's probably the best midfielder. Who's the guy that plays next to him?
AK, we all know HH only watches highlights, doesn't know who actually plays.
So Richard Rios, Palmeiras.
AK, you're cooking this. You're cooking this fraud, like, and like, you're doing a very good job.
Oh, okay, that's number one.
Casey, 2012.
Let's look at Fluminense now. Fluminense have that Mateus Martinelli guy who's kind of good, but maybe he should be called up. Maybe someone like, apart from that, they don't really have like midfielders that level.
So you're saying that the Brazilian talent ain't there too.
Even if I look at these Brazilian teams, the best midfielders are non-Brazilian. So like
it's like saying because it's like saying because the Premier League is good, that should necessarily mean England is good.
But Fluminense's
the Premier League is built on foreign import.
Fluminense's best midfielder is John Arias, who plays for Colombia. He doesn't even play for Brazil.
And also historical speak, like Brazil is not famous for midfield. Like they stopped this. Like even your 2002 team. Like who was the midfield? Like what's his name?
Wait, what's it called? Kleberson.
Yeah, please.
Kleberson was not good. HH, come on.
No. What's it called? I'm agreeing with Casey that Brazil have always had a functional midfield, but it's always been about the wing backs and that attack.
Yeah.
The midfield has never been Brazil's biggest strongest thing.
And now they're Vinny and Rafinha. That's
and who's going to score the goals, even if they're good? Like they don't have a striker.
Richarlison.
Please.
The issue with Brazilian football, I'll be real, bro. Like, I just don't think they have the talent required. Now, it might be a different equation if somehow Vinicius or Rafinha or Rodrigo start displaying their club form for a national team, which who knows, it might happen. We don't know. It might not. Then it's a different story. But apart from that, like, let's be real, HH. Playing until 21 in Brazil is not the reason why France produces more like what we think of Brazilians in Brazil itself. Why Spain produces more of what we think of Brazilians in Brazil itself. Even England produces more.
I wouldn't.
Money Mace, let's be honest.
Are we ripping Gordon or I don't know?
Wait, Money Mace. Ethan Waneri is more Brazilian than any current Brazilian wonder kid. I'm sorry, man. Like that's the issue here. Like the talent is not there. And I'm pretty sure I'm a very young guy, as you know, but I'm pretty sure Brazil goes in like generations, and they have generations of
Yeah, they go
really
in
great
cycles.
talent, and then generations where it's just like threadbare. So I think
Yeah, before the 2090s era, it was 20 years of nothing.
No, I mean, but
No, that's a bit.
No, they weren't as successful. They weren't as successful.
See, that's the thing.
80s team was good.
As so
80s team was
successful.
good. 80s team was
See,
good.
no, bro. Like
It was good, but it was never the 70s or the 90s.
But see, the issue is that this is no success and ass cheeks.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that they have a reflex of no success, because everybody has said the best team to never win a World Cup was the 82 team.
82, yeah, Zico, yeah.
That is still the best football team to have not won the World Cup, because that team was freaking amazing. Italy just did it, but that team was outstanding.
I was watching a YouTube video like some Brazil saying that, and that like kind of traumatized them because they moved into a counter-attacking football after that, and that's how
it was like in '94 they were a very pragmatic team.
Yes,
in '94
yeah.
when they won, but it's true. I think,
but that worked because that team had Romario and Bebeto up top. Who do they have now?
Vinny and Rafinha.
Richarlison?
No, Marcus Cunha also Cunha.
Casey, excuse me.
Cunha and Vitor Roque. He got an assist in the last game.
We see. It's so crazy right now. I would take 2010 Luis Fabiano over the entire attack that Brazil have now.
Ooh.
That's how crazy. I would take that 2010 Luis Fabiano over any striker in Brazil right now. So I think I think for the first time ever, and if any Brazilians listen to this, you can maybe tell we're wrong. I think for the first time ever, this has since like the late 50s, this is the worst pool of talent that Brazil has ever had, where everyone is ass. Bro, that fidget spinner was supposed to be one of their main talents and everything, bro. So it's.
I have seen videos of you praising him, and you had never watched him.
And Casey, I will proceed to delete those videos.
No, it's on your channel. Like it's not.
Yeah, and I'll find them and I'll delete them and I'll remove the digital.
Can I add one point? Can I add one point?
Go for it.
I was going to say like one of the best parts about the Club World Cup, and it's maybe deviating, has been like the app, like the zone app, like the idea that you can just watch and it's free. I feel like that's helped maybe promote some clubs that other people wouldn't otherwise watch, because the barrier of entry is quite low. So I feel like that's in an ideal world, football should be affordable, where you pay $4.99, $9.99, $4.99 basic tier, $9.99 top tier on your phone, on your iPad and thingy. I can watch all the UCL games. You can watch all the freaking Club World games, because again, what has been very good has been I can be watching something and just have this whole thing on the iPad. And even
it's like, why can't we have a world in which football is this accessible, where anybody can just pay a fee and we can watch it? Because I'm sorry, £30 a month, and you're not seeing all games. If you want to watch all the EPL games, do you know how much you're going to have to freaking pay? That's extortion. Hence why.
Well, the thing is that
this is what the Super League needs to be, and that's why I've always been a defender of the Super League. Because if you do a Super League, you have your Super League app.
The thing is that Amazon have already started to do that. They're focusing just primarily getting the UCL on Amazon, and I mean Amazon's cheap. Amazon's only like what $5.99 a month for like a standard subscription.
Yeah, like £90 a year for the full thing.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good deal.
£90 a year is nothing compared to £30 a month. So yeah.
I hope the World Cup next year has a similar.
The World Cup's on free to air TV, no?
Yeah, international should always be on free to air.
Now it's
always be on free to air.
No, it's straight. So basically, like England, BBC, America, NBC, ABC, I think so.
Fox.
You cannot make international tournaments pay to watch.
No. It's right. They are paid. Like there's only a select few games that are on Fox, but the other games you have to pay for.
You have to pay for like cable and stuff. This you just download the app and you watch it.
No. The World Cup should be free. See now that's crazy. Infantino needs to fix it.
Yeah, but it's in England, right?
Just save your money. Save your money and just watch it on a 1 minute delay.
In the UK, you can watch it for free on any on any device because you got BBC iPlayer,
Yeah,
you got
BBC.
iPlayer.
Yes.
Hey,
We,
yo,
we
You
guys
can
kind
watch
of
it wherever you want.
we guys
Y'all
kind of
got it good
invented
there.
it for BBC. So
At least in that instance.
y'all be paying for football, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, TV license. No, I mean, basically, my thing though is, if we could just have, if
You're paying to watch Chelsea.
Yes,
I watched Lamine for free. You're paying for Cole Palmer's think up big games.
how do you
man.
watch?
Okay, Ricardo, get your bike, bro. See, my thing though is like, if we could have the Champions League on an app, that is what an ideal world would be. Hence why I'm all for the freaking Super League. Have
You know
one
the
app.
issue with the
pay
Super
for
Have
everything.
it on an app. It's called Paramount.
Do you
Plus.
know the issue with the Super League, right?
Hmm.
Well, I'm not. Real Madrid and Barcelona can't run their own clubs properly. You trust them to run like a league.
Yes,
They can't run their
absolutely.
clubs.
Absolutely.
We
Yes.
see what
No,
UEFA is.
no.
Is
We're not
UEFA
trying to
running
bring
great?
in what's the name of that crook that stole all the money for Barca? What's his name? The
Bato.
yeah, but
Bartonomics?
no, we're not bringing in Bartonomics here and everything.
You bring a fat bastard.
Bartonomics.
So you bring,
Yeah,
you bring a fat bastard and a guy who's 750 years old.
Basically,
Wait, have you seen Laporta's weight recently? Like,
Yeah.
bro, that guy's fat, man.
AK, you are
They just
AK,
finished
fat
paying off
shaming.
their
AK, you
2020
keep
debts, man.
referencing his big belly. Let him
I
out eat
saw
in
him
peace.
playing golf, and I was like,
Let's
bro,
see your Drake app since you're talking big. Let's see your Drake app.
Drake.
Okay. Who's in better shape, Laporta or Snyder or Nasri?
Snyder.
Snyder, bro.
Schneider.
Have you seen Laporta?
Laporta looks like he's fucking pregnant, bro.
Bro, him
Have
and
you
him and
seen? Have
Have you seen
Snyder?
Nasri in the Marseille kit?
all of them are in better shape.
Laporta-
Bro, that kid was
Laporta's
struggling,
fat.
bro, on Nasri. But Snyder looks like a ball. He looks literally like a round ball, bro.
Can you
Yeah,
zoom
bro.
into my AVI?
These games go straight to penalties. There's no extra time.
What's it called?
Interesting.
That's not
Okay,
even that
see,
bad, to be
okay,
honest.
no.
No Photoshop. No Photoshop.
Let's be real. Hazard, that's not bad for Hazard, bro. That's actually not
That
not
guy's
that
fat.
bad.
That's
Not
not any
bad for
different than he
Hazard.
was at Madrid. I mean, it's
Uh,
kind of the same.
HH, would you?
Wow.
I'm not even gonna we're not even not gonna respond to that thing with man. Shout out
I've
to
got a picture
Subres
to prove you would. Hold on.
Lukaku has more goals in Serie and Premier League than CR7. Is this well, how
He has
long
played
has
for
he
long.
been there for?
Yeah.
He's been there for a while.
Doesn't matter. I'm a CR7 fan. We don't like context.
Okay. All right, what are you but again, can we put some respect on Lukaku's name? Like
Why?
this photo is Lukaku a serial legend? Yes, he is. Okay, good. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Agreed.
Of course.
Yeah,
he is.
what does that mean?
Casey,
What does that
Casey,
mean?
Casey.
HH.
I know what you're trying to do.
Like Scott
Casey, I know what you're trying to do.
Like
Casey,
Scott
I know what you're trying to do.
HH, Immobile is a Serie A legend.
Yeah,
What's your point, man?
All right,
What's
hold
your
up.
point? What are we doing?
Hold up. Immobile is not a serial.
He is, bro. I think he has the most
Yes,
goals.
he
has
is.
the most goals.
Yes, he is.
Wait, he has the most goals in the league.
Isn't Quagliarella a Serie A legend, man?
Quadrilateral. He outscored
Yeah,
Ronaldo.
outscored
in
Goat
one
Naldo. Outscored Goat Naldo at 36.
So, but
Ricardo, did you call him quadrilateral? Cagliarella.
Di Natale is the Serie A goat. Di Natale.
all of them are more goals than this guy.
Guys, Immobile is not a Serie goat. He
Immobile
was
has more
top
goals
scorer
than
once
Immobile.
for
He
one
tied
season.
Higuain's record.
Immobile has more
Wait,
goals than
hold
Danny
on,
keeps
Slade, you're lying.
watching the
He
game,
what?
man.
He-
Danny
Yes,
keeps
he
watching
did.
the game.
Yeah.
2020, the COVID season, he
Yeah.
tied Higuain's record.
Higuain's
Yeah. Higuain's
Shout out to Higgs, man. Shout out to boy Higgs, man. Shout out to boy Higgs. Sorry, why not you? So,
Gonzalo
Casey,
Higuain.
this is your boy. CR7 transformed the Saudi League. #influence, #goats. Casey, respond.
Bro, Saudi League has the same number of people as a Chelsea game.
Taylor, save it.
A Chelsea game in
Wait, is it a
Sharjah.
penalty shootout?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, let me. You sorry. Casey, go.
Now, let me go
Bro,
on my
stadium's empty,
piracy
man. Like,
sites.
how did he transform it? Like,
No, he transformed it to influence tax.
bro,
He
the
didn't
same-
transform
why is he
it.
doing
The
this?
other
Shout out
guys-
Ronaldo,
Why is
man.
someone-
The other
Why
guys
is no one
coming in
going to
gave
watch
it
the game?
legitimacy. The other guys coming in gave it legitimacy. It wasn't him.
No. Most of the stadiums in Saudi Arabia, they look like the Chelsea, LA,
Yeah.
was it LAFC games?
Yeah.
Okay, what has the attendance actually been? Has the attendance actually been pretty good in the side since God?
No.
Not really.
Bro, I just hate the porn ads when I'm watching streams.
Shout out to Mercenario. In life, we have to live. HH 2025. Hey, am I wrong? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong, bro. Shout out to Kevin
in India.
Oh yeah, they signed this guy, right? João Pedro.
Yeah, João Pedro.
Yeah.
What are the? Isn't this guy that throws the elbows? Like,
yeah,
he's the one that throws elbows.
You see, I was about to call him Safer. I was about to call him the Pedro. Actually, just call him Dro. Just call him. Just call him. Just call him. His name is Dro. His name is Dro. KJ, talk to me. KJ, talk to me.
Your question, the question you just asked about Saudi Pro League average attendance.
Yes,
So the
sir.
biggest stadium is Al Ittihad's, and that has a 62,000 capacity, and the average last season was 34,900.
Jesus.
Second is Al Ahly, 62,000 as well. I think they possibly, they play in the same stadium. 62,000 average attendance was 20,800.
Wait, KJ, they have Bournemouth stadiums as well.
Hold up. Am I hearing João Pedro's in his Benzema era? Is this true?
Yes.
KJ,
yes.
no.
Actually, no, it's worse. It's 14, not 15.
KJ,
What?
Okay,
Really?
we're gonna meet people here. KJ, keep talking.
So
please.
the point you were making, like for example, some of the stadiums do tend to be close to capacity, but some of the stadiums are literally like 5,900 spectators, and they have like 5,000 spectators a game, right? And then there's some stadiums that are 15K and they average like 5,700 spectators.
So it's
And
basically
then-
saying hardly any impact has been made by my goal.
Yeah, in terms of numbers, it looks like, right, the stadiums don't tend to be anywhere near capacity. Like AJ, there's a stadium that has 15,000, and for a certain team, the average is 1,900 spectators. So, like, the thing is, you think in theory having better players in a better league would actually increase like average attendances and stuff like that. But you know what's the problem, HH? In Europe, gates contribute significantly to a team's revenue, right? They don't contribute as much as broadcasting or sponsorship money. So as broadcasting or prize money, but they still contribute, right? Like if you have a big stadium and you charge a lot of money, like let's say Emirates, right? Arsenal can make a lot of money from gates. The problem in Saudi is that it's irrelevant how much they make from gates, because the teams are just sponsored, but it doesn't matter to it. It's insignificant. Like, you know what I mean? Because there's no regulation in Saudi, right? Which is why teams can spend 100 million on a player.
So basically, saying the Saudi League can never be so successful, that the path of success can never happen for Saudi.
No, but you have to understand. It depends what you consider success. Saudi's objective is not to fill up their stadiums. Their objective is to improve the profile of the league ahead of the World Cup, and two, just improve like the quality of sports in their country by attracting players of a certain standard. Like Saudi doesn't really care about they care about improving the league's profile worldwide, but that doesn't happen to gates and how many people attend their games. That happens to the quality of players they can attract, which which is fair in my opinion.
Shout out to one or two. Why are two bald baddies hosting this?
Wow.
No comments.
Can I
man.
just say something? Can I just?
Oh,
say something?
no, please, Casey.
You've been watching Love Island US?
He meant Malteser head.
I just looked at João Pedro story, man. Your club
Okay,
is-
all right. Shout out to your
club
boy
is
David
sick.
T. João Pedro, racist.
Oh, America sent that flying, bro. Oh, I'm watching the penalty shootouts, man.
Wait. Who missed?
The US just shot a rocket into.
They're practicing.
They shot a bunker.
What direction was the ball going in, Ricardo?
I think it was a B2. He tried to hit a B2. Still fuck.
Ricardo,
But KJ's point, like, I actually.
Ricardo, you can't be quiet. Okay, you know what? Like,
Do you think they
no.
have-
Casey,
do
full
they have
first
an
talk.
option?
No,
I'm
but
not
just
gonna
on the
do
KJ, I think they. No, I do think they want spectators in their games because they have this whole because they have this whole tourism thing. I think they want like tourists to actually watch their games. So I don't think like they're happy with like what is the average of like 30,000 people watch.
No, bro. You want for something to have basically use the Premier League as an example. You want to be making money all the way through within the system, and you want it to where every stadium is full. Old Trafford, Anfield, every single time. Stamford Bridge, it is full every single time. Full every single time. It's hard to get seats.
I think to Casey's point, I think once again we're overestimating the value of spectators. I know to historical football fans, the atmosphere in clubs in teams in stadiums is important. But to Saudi, the biggest thing is essentially players on the pitch that can get them the best broadcasting deals outside of Saudi. Because domestically, it doesn't really matter how they do in terms of broadcasting deals. They would care about the players on the pitch in terms of what's it called, as regards to how much they can get in broadcasting deals. But within the stadium, like I said, it's not. I don't think they care about it because the thing is, football is the biggest sport in Saudi Arabia, right? I mean, it's not really close. So even when it's the biggest sport, right, and you have the biggest teams, right? The fact of the matter is, it's still the biggest players are still concentrated in 4 or 5 teams out of what, like an 18-team league. So unless it's Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, Al Ettifaq, Al Ahli, right? Unless it's those 2 teams, and even at capacity, those stadiums that are 62,000 only get like 35,000, right? Because the majority of their games, if you take away the other 3 or 4 teams, they're playing against mid-teams, lower-level teams, right? So fans don't really want to show up for that. But an Al Hilal on an Ahli versus an Al Hilal, that's gonna be close to capacity. But the fact of the matter is, it's just because the quality of the teams, like it's not the Premier League. It's not good from top to bottom, is what we're saying, basically. The league, like it's only 3 or 4 teams, so it's not. You shouldn't expect it to be.
I think the Saudi league can.
Wait, let me. So shout out to Miguel Rabines. Inflation, stepping stone clubs are charging insane amounts than ever before, and with FFP and PSL, big clubs face a choice between getting young or paying an obscene amount of cash. Cool, but again, people are now have questions about Endrick. You got Endrick early, yes. You went into the favelas and you got your net and you just you kidnapped the guy from his favelas. But did Endrick make the move too early?
No, I don't.
Should he have stayed?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I think
the problem is, what can they develop after that point? Once you're one of the best players in the league, what's the point of staying?
I mean, he wasn't the best, bro. I think Suarez had better stats than him in that season.
But my thing was, when did Neymar leave Brazil? What age did
21.
And Endrick is how old?
What the fuck was that penalty?
17. He was born.
18. You can't leave before you're 18.
Do you think João Pedro was a good signing? Because I think he actually does improve. Like if we're saying like he replaces if Flamengo goes out to right, Chukwunonso goes to the bench or gets sold. And
so KJ, I'll be with you in the comments. So KJ, here's where I am with this, and I want to hear your thoughts. My thing is, I am tired of this DiCaprio crap, bro. I'm tired of this Woody Allen crap. I'm tired of this Roman Polanski's transfer strategy, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. Like seriously, I didn't sign up. I didn't sign up to be DiCaprio FC or Roman Polanski FC or Woody Allen FC. I did not sign up to be Hollywood FC.
He's under 25. He's a part of DiCaprio FC. He's 23.
Yeah. He's
DiCaprio age limit is 25. It's actually 27 now, but.
All right, fine. Putting that aside.
But despite that, I think I like him more than Liam Delap Dance.
You like him more than Delap? Yeah, I think he's developed. He's more proven. He's been in the league for longer, right? The only problem with him is 1, partly injuries, but 2, also I remember not this season but last season he scored like 20 goals, but I think 60-70% were penalties. My thing is this, right?
He's not still playing.
When it comes to players that we're supposed to sign this summer, I'm not of the thinking that we need to get like the world class players, because one, we have to accept that's not a strategy. But what we need is improvements on what we currently have. Now, if you want to look at it on paper, right? What's his name? What's his name? Esteval, Delap, and João Pedro improvements of what we currently have. I'd say the answer to that. Okay, take away Esteval. Pedro and Delap improvements on what we have up front. I think the Delap is improvement on Nico Jackson in front in the final third. I think that João Pedro is an improvement on Chukwunonso, right? The fact of the matter is, I think the jury is still out on Esteval and Gittins. Like Gittins, I think Bundesliga after what happened.
KJ Kittins.
No, genuine question.
I'm saying the jury's out. I'm saying the jury's out.
No, okay, for you Chelsea fans, like, what would you rate Esteval's performance? Because I actually think he played very well.
Oh, okay. The game yesterday.
Oh, no, like his tournament thus far.
I mean, he's been pretty good. Like, I mean, not amazing, but not trash. He's been obviously like. I don't want it to be more clinical, but I mean, seven
Costa
comments,
Rica, Costa Rica needs to get blown up, bro. I swear to God.
This guy. I'll always have skepticism towards young players coming from the Brazilian league, HH. And when they're sort of not that he's going to be asked to make an immediate impact, but we have to wait and see with this kid. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's the Brazilian league and stuff like that, but we've seen players come from that league and struggle. And let's say the Premier League is the most physically demanding. I'm not saying it's the most technically demanding, but it is very physically demanding. I'm not saying he's not physically up there, because even though he has a slight frame, he does, seem to have like some quite a high degree of athleticism. But once again, we have to wait and see how he does, right? Gittins, I think the same thing, right? My thing with Gittins is, I think he'll be better than Sancho because he has more athleticism than Sancho does. And I think as far as shooting, I think he's probably has better shooting technique than Chukwunonto. So whatever he does, he should be able to improve us.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Where are you at with this whole DiCaprio transfer strategy, bro? Getting guys the moment that they leave the womb.
This is the thing. Football development isn't linear, right? So it's still a very risky thing. We know that Clear Lake strategy is not going to change, so it's pointless to try and think that it will. I think we will at some point probably buy one or two more experienced players. But yeah, I don't generally agree with that. I told you, I think there should be a balance, right? If you sign 4 players in the summer, HH, 2 of them should be established, 2 of them should be young players, I think, right? But the fact of the matter is we aren't going to do that. So the trouble is, the thing is, we don't know how it's going to go. We have to see how it goes. Last season was okay, but we need to do better this season. I'd say defensively, like I said, we did improve, but offensively is now where we need to take that step up. I think taking Pablo back to the right will help. And I think players like I said, I think João Pedro and Delap do improve us in the final third. And then next summer, we have to see with a player like Esteval. AJ, I expect like 3 or 4 sales this summer. Like, let's be honest. Felix has no future. Guri probably is going on loan or getting sold.
Obviously, Sancho, Sterling.
Sterling is coming back.
I don't count him as a player that's still here. Let's be serious. I don't count him as a player that's still here. Felix, João Felix, definitely gone, I imagine. Tyreek George. We call the guy at Arsenal evil Tyreek George now. It's not evil Sack. It's the guy at Arsenal is evil Tyreek George.
Also, I think we need to trademark that as a hangout. We came up with evil Saka. And now they were calling him that.
It's not evil Saka. His name is Tyreek George. He has more European trophies than the real Saka. Respect him, please.
No, but his own teammates are calling him evil
Saka. What 4 European trophy does he have? No, what is the European trophy that he has?
Casey, he completed.
It's a European trophy.
It's a European trophy. But yeah,
European trophies come in all shapes and sizes.
My thing is this: as long as we have that fake Spanish guy in goal, right? We're handicapped, right? We're handicapped. That's the first thing, and it does not look like we're going back in full goal.
Yeah, Fabrizio confirmed it. Yeah.
Okay, so all we can hope is our defense is as good as it was last season, because it did improve. I'm not saying it's great, but it did improve. That's one thing. And then offensively, we definitely need. I think Delap.
What do you think João Pedro does though? How? So is this a signing that excites you, João Pedro?
Yes, because he's an improvement, HH. Like I said, I just want players that improve us. And then we can see where we can go. HH, we know ourselves, right? If you have a functional enough attack...
Was Delap an improvement?
Delap is an improvement on Nico Jackson in front of goal. Yes, I'm not about to do this with people. Don't start telling me about Jackson's overall play and all that shit. He scored like 10 goals in 30 games last season. He was... What's it called? Like, you know what I mean? No, I'm not doing this with
João Pedro did the same thing, 10 goals as well.
No, I know, but I'm saying João Pedro, I think... plays what's it called? Who? No one else in João. How do I put this? João Pedro was part of a Brighton team that won. I think they played decent football, but they're still more of a functional team more than anything else. 2, there was a role of rotation, and 3, I think they're playing in a team like Chelsea. I think in the final third. My thing is this: you can talk about his goals, but that requires context, right? I think João Pedro in the final third, right, in a team that, let's say,
he's a better player tactically. And I think with the support he has at Chelsea, which is better than Brighton, he should see a better return.
No, 100%, especially an out-of-play return, because a lot of goals he did score at Brighton were penalties, but that doesn't mean that he can't score more out-of-play goals. So I do think, like I said, HH is an improvement on what we currently have, and that's what you need sometimes to get closer to the top of the mountain. You don't need outstanding players all the time. What you need is improvement to get closer, because no one expects us to win the league next year, right? Let's be honest, right? Like even when Kenda comes in next summer, I don't think anyone. Maybe at that point, if we've improved other areas of the team, right, we could say that yes, we should be pushing for a title. But next year, it's an improvement. We're talking about getting closer to the title, not winning the title. You know what I mean? And that's still going to be hard enough, HH. I'll say this, right? I'll say this, right? I think we'll finish above Arsenal this season. I'm not joking when I say
No, you don't.
I genuinely do. I think we finish above Arsenal this season.
Wait. Casey, you're rapping Arsenal. Why can't Chelsea finish above Arsenal?
Bro,
what have Arsenal done this season? What?
Bro, you're gonna see. No, you're gonna see, man. Like you have been so lucky in the last 5-7 games. It's actually insane, bro. You know why I'm saying that? Because this Chelsea is kind of like that Thomas Tuchel.
Casey, pray we don't make that Club World Cup final. Pray we don't make that Club World Cup
Bro,
final.
any half decent team you meet, you're getting your ass kicked, bro. Like Benfica should have beaten you, unless if that bum didn't get a red card.
Casey, all right, this is hating. This is hating. No, this is hating.
Jermaine is going to be fine next season. I have zero concern over Jermaine's form.
How many goals has he scored in the last 7 months?
HH, let's be real.
Start watching.
He has not been good.
HH, when was the last time he scored a goal from open play?
Yeah, when was the last time he did that?
Wait. Start watching. All that matters is when I vow to thee my country comes through,
004?
the vow and Jermaine are going to cook.
How much? HH, what are your expectations for this kid? Because I feel like you're getting ahead of yourself.
Okay.
He's never watched them at Palmeiras.
That's an amazing question. Ignore the I can't say that because people now are viewing for being like xenophobic.
Wait, you know the first time Hedge is going to watch him is when he plays Chelsea.
Say with your freaking taco meat chest hair.
KJ, ignore the Canadian. All right.
Okay.
Ignore the Toronto native.
All right.
I don't want to put too much expectations about this ain't Dino. This ain't R9. Okay, this ain't those guys.
He always does this, bro. He always does this.
I am going in there with relaxed temp. See, for me, let's not put too much pressure on him. That's my thing. But what I want is Maresca, you bald-headed prick. Let this kid cook. Don't overcoach him. Don't micromanage him. You have to have a balance between give him those instructions, basic instructions, but let him express himself and let his talent speak for himself. And also, let's
KJ, you know what's gonna happen? KJ, you know what's gonna happen? Esteban's gonna score 1 goal and he's gonna start comparing him to Lamine Yamal.
KJ, hey, look, it depends what the goal is like though. So, KJ, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Madueke needs to go to Siberia, bro.
Oh no, 100%. Let him go to there's space for him on the man.
And also, KJ, let's kick a bit of stack. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't have a fully functional attacking winger. Between Neto, Scamcho,
you got Pedro Neto.
Pedro Neto's decent, not gonna lie.
Neto is
wait, hold on. Ricardo, Ricardo, for a team that's trying to win the treble, decent ain't good enough, bro.
He said trouble.
Look. Also,
wait, you've never won a treble before. What are you about?
In the famous,
you've never been close to it.
In the famous words of Aubrey Graham, we want it all. Half was never the agreement.
Wait, what's his name?
You've never had half in the first place.
Wait, Ancelotti season when we won the league, was it 9-10? The year we won the league with Ancelotti, 9-10, right? I think we got the league and FA Cup double that year. Did we get the FA Cup?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
So he doesn't remember.
His memory past 2019
He doesn't remember.
This guy just sat there shaking his head like,
yeah. He doesn't remember. I'm getting, bro. You're getting old, man. Like the way you.
No, hold on. Do you know what's so crazy? Because I said to my brother, I was like,
you bring up trivial comment.
Do you know, like, I actually counted. I said, I'm getting gray hairs, bro. Because I thought, okay, maybe it's like, I thought it was like fluff. It's freaking gray hairs. I'm getting gray hairs upstairs and downstairs. So
why did you?
We nobody asked, bro. Nobody asked.
KJ has like, don't be rude. KJ has like, KJ, what do you say? KJ, what do you say? Let me meet them.
Second, bro. Have you gone to see the new F1 film?
Is it good?
I want to see it.
No, people. I will see it. I'm going to see it today, Monday. Where I am? Yeah, I'm going to see it Monday.
Are you still in Newcastle?
No.
They kicked him out.
You see, that's the thing. You see, Ricardo, that's what I show you. if you've been watching the football huts for long enough, you'll actually recognize this background. This is old school football huts.
But to be honest, I don't pay attention to
So hold on, you have multiple houses in London, but how rich are you?
No, he's a rent boy.
You know how much money he's got? You know how much
You know what this guy does? You know this guy? He probably just has different rooms and then like he just acts like he's fucking sick. He's probably in his living room right now.
Casey, you are richer than me.
And
I know for a fact Ricardo is because Ricardo
Casey.
I'm not rich.
wealthy.
I lost my father at 50. My mom was a factory worker. Where's this money coming from?
Casey, we need to be honest, right? Jesus. Casey, we have to be honest, right? We have to ask you, how much money did you smuggle out? Your family smuggled out the Nigeria in the 80s? Like, we gotta be honest.
Oh my god.
This is a good question.
Come on,
How many millions did you scam, by the way?
How much of the ministry's education budget did you sneak out of the country?
Okay, I don't actually know where this has gone. All I'm saying though is that Casey is a rich man.
No, I'm not.
Bro,
I'm jobless. I'm jobless. I don't have a job.
Casey can afford to be jobless. He can afford.
Casey is it like a 6-figure sum each year as a data analyst? Isn't that what it is and everything?
No, I'm jobless. I don't have a job, bro.
Casey, I can tell when people are rich and the way you talk, you are.
Bro, I'm a student.
Rich.
I don't have.
What do you mean by that? What the way he talks? What do you mean? Is it the accent? Is it the accent?
No, like the words he uses. The words he uses are rich words.
So he's educated. Okay.
That's
so HH thinks if you're not rich, you're a dumbass according to HH.
That's crazy. And also Ricardo, no say I worked in a factory. Factory working is a great job. So I don't know why you're putting that.
I'm not. I'm just saying it's not a very lucrative job.
Wait, was that during the Great Depression?
Unless you're working fucking for Apple.
I actually don't know why we're here right now. You see, no. But guys, let me roll with you. I'm not rich. I'm struggling.
Well, your family's rich.
From a hand to mouth and everything.
You're not rich, but your family's rich.
I'm just trying to hustle.
Didn't you say your sister's a lawyer or something?
You're not rich, but your family's rich. Can you say that? That's fair.
Can you answer Cage's question though? Because the way you describe yourself, like you say your mom used to like have nannies for you, bro. You belong from a like.
No, but that's normal in Nigeria apparently.
No, serious question. You said you used to live in Switzerland. You went to boarding school there, right?
Yes.
The average Nigerian can't do that. I know.
Yeah, they wouldn't even be accepted to begin with.
So let me so hold on. So no, okay, let me respond to you. I never went to Switzerland.
You said it.
You went to Geneva.
I lied.
You went to Geneva of all places.
I lied.
Mr. Hope.
You said this when you got human trafficked.
So
he was human trafficked like 3 times.
Let me clear everything up. I was not human trafficked. I never went to Switzerland. I'm just an average man.
Are you related to Hush
that lives hand to mouth?
Where were you born? Where were you born?
No, he's a British citizen. So he probably landed.
KJ,
no.
He has like 3
No,
passports.
KJ. I was born on planet Earth.
No, Britain doesn't have birthright citizenship. So
KJ, I was born on planet Earth, man. That's what I was born.
No, and because I remember you're saying you're supporting a Servette FC.
I lied.
Servette.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, all right, AJ, so let's be honest, right? Kind of similar to me, you probably got sent to boarding school in Europe at a young age.
No, I did not.
Okay, fair enough.
So you did then?
Yeah, because I remember very well because he said like 1998 World Cup when Denmark defeated them.
AK, because as a content creator, you have to lie and embarrass yourself. So a lot of stuff are lies.
You have to lie and embarrass. That is not part of the manual. Stop offline. That is not part.
Wait,
of
the you actually had nannies growing up?
No.
You said it.
I lied.
Oh my.
No,
were you rich in like European sense or rich in African sense?
Yeah, which one? Which one was it?
No. No, what's it called? I'm an only child and I lived by myself. So I moved from orphanage to
half your persona is you asking your older brother.
2 hours ago, this guy said that I have a sense of work.
I'm an orphan. I don't know who my real parents are.
Do you remember? Was it last week when you got exposed about your football knowledge of your brother?
Wait, Ricardo, if you think about it, right?
No, guys, you asked me a question.
No, you're the youngest.
Yeah, he is the youngest child.
So you were spoiled. You're the youngest child, so you're spoiled. That's how it is.
Guys,
I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest. I'm spoiled.
Guys, I don't know. I don't have no brothers. You see, I may have brothers and sisters if they're out there, but I grew up in an orphaned home.
Okay.
Well, I grew up in several orphaned homes.
Of course.
I
Hey,
know.
do your parents know? Do your parents watch?
Wait,
They
Ishik,
can't be
you
happy
grew up in an orphan home, but you.
Where
said
is
your
Mama
mom-
Hope? Does Mama Hope watch the videos?
Ricardo,
Well,
this
she's
guy
not
said he-
my
he said he's in the
real
chat.
mom. She's
She's
my
in the
orphaned
chat.
mom.
She's in the
And-
chat.
Ricardo, this guy literally said he sent his mom the news story of the woman getting.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
4
I
days
saw
ago.
that.
Oh no!
And then no. And then not only
I
that,
lied.
he then screenshots your text and then puts it on Twitter. But
No. Basically, I call that person mother, but it's sort of like mother in the kind of cerebral sense. I don't know
like the video game, like Ursula.
So yeah, it's like like mother in like Metal Gear Solid. Like that. She's
Can
like
we have
mother.
a? I know you're gonna have like a vlog of it. Can we have a little segment dedicated to your experience of the wedding?
Raising up bridesmaids, bro.
Yeah, let's. How were you moving? How were you
What's
moving?
the XP? What's the expected bridesmaids? Has to be
XB.
Okay, basically, all I'm saying.
What was the expected rejections?
Wait, nah, Ricardo, you got to ask
Look,
the conversion rate.
look, I don't want to go out there.
What's the conversion rate? HH, what's the conversion rate? What's the conversion rate?
CR7 in his prime conversion rate.
Nico Jackson conversion rate.
My Rachel wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. Though my Rachel.
Nico Jackson conversion rate.
My Rachel.
For 100.
What was the diversity of the bridesmaids?
It was all
it was literally like it was about 80% Nigerian, 20% Vietnam. Well, 20% whites and non-Vietnamese.
And you were going for the white, weren't you? You're trying to get your papers.
Shout out to KG. You know that one of these days you're gonna get banned from this whole thing because you think you're talking slick, bro.
You're trying to get papers.
HH, who's more potatoes and mash, Delap or Norgal?
Wait, who's
Norgal? Wait, potatoes and mash. Mash is potato.
Oh my days! Drop a brick.
Damn bloody fool.
That's stupid.
You mean bangers and mash?
Wait, what are bangers? Wait, what are bangers?
Bangers, SK bangers is
Yo,
something.
Mr. Studios told me that you were served chicken strips and fries at the wedding. Is this true?
Wait. First of all, HH. First of all, HH. I can tell you for a fact that Casey is rich, bro. Like
SK bangers are so
No. Shh. AK expand.
Brother, you can't live in New York and not be rich, bro. Let's be honest.
No, but where in New York though?
Casey, which mayor?
If he lives in Albany, then like
Albany is not.
You live in the city.
How big is your house?
Yeah.
Wait. Do you live in like Queens, the Bronx?
Yeah, you
rich.
No.
Which borough?
Casey, you're not supporting that new Democrat mayor guy, right?
Casey,
you're not beating the allegations, man.
Wait, Casey,
I'm jobless.
You can't afford to be jobless in New York if you're rich.
Casey, you're not supporting that new Democrat mayor.
No, Lord, no. Oh my.
Okay, yeah,
Casey's rich.
Casey's rich.
Casey, question.
No, but
it's okay.
Okay, Casey.
Let's just ask.
Explain why you're not rich.
Which borough? Just say which borough.
No, I'm not saying that. Bro, SK, the guy got like most of his votes came from people who earned like more than 150K. Because Kumo won all the votes like under people from like who won like under 60, 65.
Casey
lives in the Bronx.
Casey, who did you vote for in the?
Casey lives
I'm not Democrat.
So wait, hold up, Casey, you're MAGA?
No, you can't. No, you can't. No. Help! It's a close.
Casey,
family.
can you say word to my mother? Can you say word to my mother? I need to hear how authentic it is.
What?
You can say word to my mother.
Why?
I need to see how authentic. If you can't say it, you're rich.
Casey definitely lives in Manhattan.
Can you say dead ass?
He lives in Manhattan.
Is everyone dead ass?
Can you say pause?
Casey, do you get carried to
Okay, why is it becoming I'm jobless?
Hold up, Casey, do you get carried to your bathroom?
He lives in Manhattan. He lives in Manhattan.
Bro, I'm a full-time student.
Can I explain?
Casey, do you get carried to your bathroom? Yes or no?
What? Why would I
do
do
you get
that?
carried to your bathroom?
Why?
Do you go to white parties?
Casey, do you live on Park Avenue? Do you live on Park Avenue?
Bro, that's
can I
really accurate. Okay. That's
okay. What's it called?
That's a very good guess. I have to give that. That's a very good.
Are you from Brownsville?
No.
Yeah. So
AK.
first.
Wait,
so-
what do you
so-
mean
so
about that,
first of all,
Ricardo?
Oh shit! I just looked up on Google most crime-ridden neighborhoods in New York, and Brownsville was the first one.
Bro, wait, hold on. Wait, we know that's where Mike Tyson grew up.
Wait,
Like,
can
it's
I
not that
explain
Brownsville is
my
crazy.
logic?
Yeah,
Oh,
AK, go for
I
it.
didn't
AK,
know
go
that.
for it. AK.
Nah, so I come from I don't come from New York exactly, but I come from a place where a lot of people go to New York to work, and knowing what I know about KC, there's quite a few people who were like following the exact same path that KC did, and they are like some of the richest people I know. So based on that, like,
I'm not speaking on that. I'm not speaking anything on that, bro. But I'm full time student. You can't even say anything like that, bro.
That doesn't mean anything.
HH,
Look,
I
that's
guess
basically the logic I'm using.
HH, you hear what just happened? I guess Park Avenue, and that's one of the more expensive places to live
No,
in
it's
New
no.
York.
Okay,
Park
wait,
Avenue is the Park Avenue is the
hold
whole
on.
area. Like it's.
Hold on, Charlton. So New Yorkers are still rich. You clearly haven't been here.
Are all rich.
No, HH,
Not
I was
all
there
of
over the
them,
weekend.
but like, bro,
no,
like,
HH, to be honest with you, I was there over the weekend. HH, yes, they're rich. Certain areas.
No.
You
But are
gotta
they
see the
all
kind of
rich
people
though?
Yeah,
that
but
are there.
majority or not?
So basically, is the average New Yorker
Oh, no,
richer than the
100% no,
average San
100%
Francisco dude?
No,
No,
San
100%.
Francisco.
No,
is
no,
a
no,
city.
no,
No,
no.
San Francisco. is
HH,
a
no,
city.
HH, but the fact of the matter is, New York does have more billionaires, and I think possibly it has more billionaires than any other city in
No,
the
but
world.
it's the biggest
In the
city. Of
world.
course, it's gonna
Yeah,
have.
but
that.
isn't it like a financial hub too or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a big place for tech.
The
and
question is,
finance.
do you like Dominicans, Casey?
Okay, shout to Nate. Was in Brownsville
This guy's not
yesterday.
from the hood, bro. He's not from
Wouldn't
the hood.
recommend. Yeah. Okay, Nate, what were you doing in Brownsville? That's what we want. We want to know before you can say you don't want to
This
recommend.
guy said wouldn't recommend like it's a tourist destination.
HH,
You know what? That's
Brownsville in New York.
HH, I will tell you, like,
wait,
okay,
wait,
an
wait,
area
wait,
near, like-
hold on, Slade, come here, Slade.
Wait, there's a Brownsville in New York. I thought that was in Texas. I don't know. I've never been. But...
No,
it's in Bronx.
no.
Yeah, it's in New York.
in Bronx. I
Wait,
think.
hold. Mike Tyson is from Brownsville. He came up. He grew up in Brownsville, and it's known as it's like one of the most effed up places in the world. If you follow the Mike Tyson story, so
No, but it's actually pretty safe now. Like Bronx is not the Bronx
No,
of
like,
80s.
also like,
Well, why is it safe? Did you gentrify it?
bro, like anywhere in New York is not that dangerous. I'll be honest.
Wait, so how often do you see famous people in New York like Jim Jones, 50 Cent, Cameron?
I've seen.
This guy
I've
is
seen-
not-
no,
this
but
guy's
I've
not-
only- no, but I've only seen.
No,
I've
I
only
imagine
seen
not often.
Dan said
Jim
Jones.
Jones.
No.
Where's that Jim
Jizza,
Jones?
RZA,
No,
Method
have
Man,
it depends.
You
It
got
depends.
Man.
No,
You're so old, man. Who wants to see Jim
No,
Jones, bro?
just
Like
have a-
in 2025,
Hold on,
Jim
Casey,
Jones?
Casey.
no, but
He
it's just
said Jim
if you're going to MSG, right? If you go to MSG, right, they have a special basically door for celebs, and like that is always full.
How
So
do
if
you
you
know
want
that?
to see like Ben Stiller, who's the director who directed?
How likely is it that you see Nazir Jones or Sean Carter walking the streets of New York?
Unlikely. The streets of New York? Jay-Z?
Yes.
There's
In
been
2025?
What do you think? You
guys
think
on-
Jay-Z
He lives in LA.
is strolling around in Brooklyn?
HH, he
Come
lives
on.
in LA. HH, he lives in LA.
Jay-
You're not likely to see that. He lives in LA.
Don't all like the super rich New Yorkers move to like Jersey and stuff like that?
Oh wait, no.
Oh,
I can
Hoboken,
tell you.
Hoboken.
Yeah, okay, Hoboken. What's it called? Short Hills, those kind of places. I used to live in Jersey, so I can tell you. It's like
Bro,
it's
like
because it's next
there's,
to New
you know,
York. It's because it's
you
next
know
to New
the
York. You
people
can
that
see,
live
like,
in
a
Short
lot of
Hills are the
people go
most snobbish people you'll meet.
there. Oh
Bro.
no, 100%.
Fucking
Yeah.
assholes, man.
How did we get talking about New York? That's what
No,
I
we need to go back to the
AJ,
wedding.
you want to know where it's nice? Like next to Central Park. I was there over the weekend, and like, bro, like walking up to Central Park from the train station is like,
So,
bro, like, so the
wait,
bar is so nice,
hold
honestly.
up. So I know that Nate is in
Good.
New York. So Nate, talk to me. New York, is it a rich place, a poor place, a ghetto place?
Nate, can you
a
say
mid-place
word
or
to my
something?
mother? Real
No,
quick?
Nate,
Depends on the
don't.
borough.
Don't.
Depends on the
Wait, can you say? Wait, can you say on dead
Wait,
dog?
hold
On
on.
dead dog?
So Nate, what borough do
How do
you
you
think
greet
Casey's
people?
from, based on how?
I mean,
he
people
sounds?
say word to my mother, but not a second thing. But what did you say about
Okay. So what is the richest borough? What is the poorest borough?
Manhattan.
Manhattan? But there are certain parts of Brooklyn that are really rich, but there are also certain parts that are like the hood that are very.
Yeah, Williamsburg. Yeah.
It completely depends.
What kind of people live in the hood?
Huh?
You know the answer to that question.
Yeah, but the Bronx is mostly pretty ghetto, except for like Riverdale. That neighborhood is pretty nice.
Okay. So, Ricardo, now answer.
Yeah.
How many like ghettos are there in Toronto?
Bro, it's everywhere, bro. What the fuck? HH is supported by Israel, and he's a proud.
HH support Israel.